Which... Fuck, I'm sorry, which question? I was...
Hello?
I don't know. Check the DMs from an hour and a half ago.
Fuck! Oh my god, I was on my phone. Did it not send?
I wouldn't be so
God.
passive aggressive.
Damn it! God damn it! Fucking Discord! Fuck, right looks better. I mean, they both look good.
Hey,
Fuck,
watch your language.
God
The stream is
damn it.
playing.
No one gives a shit.
Yeah, I know.
What, you think we're part of the FC fucking C? Fuck you, I can say whatever the fuck I want as long as I don't threaten to assassinate the president.
I mean, with it being Trump now, you might actually get away with it.
No, the feds still take a pretty dim view of that regardless of who the president is.
Yeah.
Listen, that's not a chance I want to take. I don't need the haha funny Fed men showing up at my door.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Life has many doors, Fed boy. Please don't kick mine down. God damn it, I'm sorry, Max. Discord Mobile decided not to tell me that the message failed to send. In fact, you want to know what it just told me?
That is
when I bothered
successfully
to
sent?
look in the DM? Message failed to send. Fuck you, Mobile Discord.
Yes.
Me in studio having 13 claymores behind me while I snipe people on the ground floor. Black Ops 2 experience.
Yeah. Anyway. Man, I ordered a sandwich today. That shit was $10 extra.
What did you add to it? Oh,
Nothing. I ordered the same fucking sandwich I do every single fucking week.
Did you have it delivered or?
I always have it delivered.
I got nothing
thing
then, man.
every single fucking week. Same sandwich, same level of toppings, delivered, $5 tip. Oh, unfortunate.
Well, wait. How far are you from your place? From the sandwich
I'm the same distance I've always been.
No, but I'm just asking about the tip.
$5.
Did the driver... Yeah.
It's like a 15-minute drive.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say, did the driver add an extra fucking tip when he got to the store?
Like that was my question.
No,
it
was quite literally just a case of I went to the checkout and it was $10 more than normal.
Damn.
Fuck.
Yeah, shit's
shit,
expensive.
We have an Indian. Hey, listen, I'm gonna hire you to go bomb a building.
We're
wrong ethnicity.
Let me know.
Yeah, listen.
I can get somebody else to do it. I'm not gonna do it myself.
Yeah, no, he's Indian. He's master of delegation.
Classic Hindi. Yep, classic Hindi.
I'm totally cool with that. I'll DM you the company name
9
later.
levels of outsourcing.
It's in Bangalore. It's in Bangalore, right?
Outsourced to all of his cousins.
I believe the factory is.
All right, nobody's gonna get caught. Easy.
Yeah.
Because listen,
is it the
if I
he's
have
a
to
man
deal
tax?
with those,
No.
and I want to be clear, my issue, I have no issue with India at large. It's just these motherfuckers that I have to deal with on a daily basis.
Well, no, it's totally fine. Everyone understands, especially the Indian.
You don't have to justify it to me, man. Just let me know where it is, and I'll try to get rid of it.
I forget what fucking city it was, but my company opened up a branch in South India, and we had to close the branch because they kept stealing all the computers.
Or Hyderabad. Yeah, they do that.
I fucking had to put an order. I created an order 2 weeks ago. They have only just now gotten back to me, informing me that my price is incorrect and that they can't process the order until I update it. It took you 2 goddamn weeks! And my customers going, hey, I need this. 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 Me trying not to kill everyone in my parts department because I know they're only passing on the emails.
All right. So. Okay, I'm not gonna ask for any payment for this. How close are you to Mexico?
I can get there.
All right, so I need you to do, like, pay me back by bombing a localization place in Mexico instead.
Listen, I'm in Illinois. I can get to Mexico. We can make this work.
I have had almost closer to 400 and 300 male fucking conversation over the course of 6 months with these motherfuckers regarding localization costs and how they're translating our shit. I want them dead.
This is an acceptable trade.
You can kill some Mexicans and we'll beat you.
This is a highly acceptable trade.
Don't forget, Atin, turn on a Dragon Ball Z marathon so that you can make sure you can get every single one in the same building.
Oh yeah. Oh, new Dragon Ball coming out. All you have to do is you have to do it on the day a new episode releases.
Funny little story, right? So I escalate a task, right? I include all the notes in the task, all that fun stuff, right? The senior tech that takes over, the first question they ask is, who is this person that I've listed in the task? Now, you might be saying, that's a pretty reasonable question, Sneaky. Who is the person you listed in the task? Well, you see, right next to the name of the person I have listed in the task is the reason why I have listed them in the task. Including what their position is and why they're being listed there.
Something tells me we're not going to like where this is going.
So I have a habit of just not fucking paying attention to DMs. Like, if you catch me, and I'm fucking there. But if I don't see your DM, I'm not responding to that shit for like at least 30 minutes. At least 30, 45 minutes. It's not even intentional on my part. If I don't catch it, I'm sorry, but you're gonna get the daily checkup, and it's gonna be a while.
Dude, 30 minutes is good, man. Like, I learned from my company's law division that 2 days is generally the amount of time you have to give them before you respond to like a DM. If they really need you, they'll
that
send you on
explains a lot about why I constantly get good reviews from the law companies we support, saying that I'm very fast in my response times. When I literally get a call from them early in the morning, and I forget about it, and then I get to the end of the day, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I gotta fix that problem for them. And then I call them and fix it.
Dude, so there's two things you have to do, right? You have to make sure that any major meetings you do, you take it as close to the end of the day as possible, so everybody's legitimately hurrying to fucking leave. That gets worked out so much faster than anything else. Or before lunch. Best time to have meetings. Never set up a meeting after lunch because every motherfucker is just sleepy, dopey, and tired.
Do not do such a thing.
Unless you really hate the people you're setting up a meeting with. Right? That's a way of punishing someone. If you really want to punish someone, meeting right after lunch. And finally, 2 days on average, you don't reply to DMs, right? That is a necessity, because otherwise these motherfuckers are going to be like, yeah, dude, his turnabout time is really fast. I should message him. None of his teammates. He's my guy. Unless you're trying to like fucking lick ass, just like climb the fucking corporate ladder. That's the only time you reply, because at that point you're a go-getter.
No, see, what I do is I do advanced cover my assing, in where I make it so that all of our clients want to only talk to me. But obviously, unfortunately, you see, it's just company policy. I can't possibly answer your calls individually. It's company policy, you see. My manager said I can't do that.
My God.
So, all my manager gets to hear constantly is, we want to talk to Sneaky. So
there are legitimately messages from October the 22nd that have not replied. They're from QA. They don't deserve replies, so.
Yeah, that's fair. But so this senior tech, after being blind, proceeds to be more blind, and doesn't read the task at all. Starts asking me questions. I'm still not answering him. Then eventually I get it. Never mind, I found it.
Yep. Dude, that happens so fucking often, especially like in integration or with dev people. They'll be like, "Hey, dude, I need like this CSV." I'm like, "I'm literally your director. Why the fuck are you pinging me?" So I just don't respond. Right. 3 hours later, never mind. I got it fixed. Sing that junior. I'm like, what you should have done to begin with.
Yeah. But then he goes and complains to another senior tech about me and how I wrote the notes down wrong. And I'm just like, bro, it's a device I can't find that they're insisting the IP is blank of. The fuck did you want from me? I wrote down the IP they said it was. I confirmed it. I checked again. I said, are you sure? They said, yes, stop asking. So I was like, alright, fuck it. This is the IP. I can't see anything on this IP, but they're insisting it's there.
It exists.
Sneaky, why didn't you see the answer in a dream?
Because, I made it the fuck up.
Fair enough.
My mom told me.
But... Yeah. God. But yeah, so it's just, fucking dipshit, senior tech.
Oh, right, I forgot I made a Zuko recharm when I was through my fucking files.
But is Sign here yet? Is Sign laying about here? Yes, Sign is here. I want everyone to give Sign a round of applause. His top 3 stories on QQ are now all of his non-porn stories. In first place is Zuko. In second place is Tanya's Outer Heaven. And pulling up in third, about to beat the rest of his porn stories, is Star Wars Tanya.
Yeah, I thought Segigan was still ahead of one of those.
Well done, Sign. You do not need
he's
to
done
write
writing porn then, right?
anymore.
No, he's still got porn commissions.
No,
He's still got his porn commission babies that he has to write.
Yeah, he's got a lot of porn babies. I just find it very funny that I have made Sign about $3,000 at this point.
Just about.
So,
Damn.
Well, also, it's not just like he's beaten his porn stories by a little bit. It's like the Zuko story is double his largest porn story.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
One of his only completed fics, that's a worm fic to boot, is getting absolutely crushed by all 3 of them.
Is the worm fic the
Signal to Noise.
Spot fic.
No,
fic, Signal to Noise.
It's
Yeah.
Signal to Noise. It doesn't have pedophilia in it, as far as I'm aware. It's about.
It isn't the Vista one, right? That's the only one I'm on.
No, that's Predator.
That's Predatory. That's Predatory. Yeah.
No, Signal to Noise.
By the way, Cruel Predatory is both the description and the title of the fic.
True.
Like I had such a visceral fucking reaction reading it. I didn't know it was science fic. I picked up chapter one seems interesting. Oh,
this scum of the earth author. Who the fuck is this? Oh,
that's Sign.
Instantly fucking miss Sneaky. Like, bro, this is. He could go.
Listen, there's just things.
But so Signal to Noise is the story where Sign inserts himself as a woman into Worm and then proceeds to groom an AI. Only this backfires on him, and it becomes communism.
Thanks to internet brain.
I have several
questions.
I
see.
do
You
not
said
want
Sign as a woman, and honestly, I'm already terrified by that.
But that's after he got
pissed about it.
But that's after
no
he
shit.
got cucked. That's after Sign got cucked by Panacea with Taylor.
I literally can't even say that Sign is in touch with his feminine side because it's 14. But yeah, like I don't know.
Fuck off. No, I kept telling people, listen, I took this story as a writing prompt for what would happen if you actually played the
Worst day ever.
conditions of the writing
Yeah.
writing prompt straight, the worst day ever shit and things like that. And that's what you got from Signal to Noise. And I stopped writing it about a quarter of the way through because I was just like, God, this is so fucking depressing. I can't fucking do it. And then somebody pissed me off. Okay then, Sign never writes bad things happen to his characters. All right, let me break out Signal to Noise. Here you go.
I do appreciate that. Yeah, I do appreciate that collectively QQ has just ignored Signal to Noise and has just gone back to Sign never writes his main characters failing or losing. Like, they just collectively have ignored Signal to Noise. Like, yeah, we're just gonna ignore this one story where we're wrong.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where that's coming from when the Dark Wolf Shiro exists. Literally, like with Sign, 1 or 2 chapters in, they're no. Sign, 1 or 2 chapters in, they're fucking. Shiro, 1 or 2 chapters in, they're already like a god level threat, able to fucking take down anything thanks to fucking luck and gacha and him making them overpowered.
I think
that's what the AI did too, so I can't really like blame. Yeah,
I think what the difference is between Shiro and Sign is that Shiro is way more degenerate. B, consistently put out chapters for the same story for a longer period of time, so he got a more cult-like audience that was following specific stories, and now have turned into general Shiro viewers. Like, well, you don't have general Sign viewers. I'm sorry, Sign. It's true though. You got like, you got like a core user base of 50 people.
Yeah,
and they're all in the Discord, basically. That's it.
Shiro has a core user base of like 1,000 people. Like, no matter what story he writes, even if it's the most dog shit stuff in existence, he's gonna have at least 1,000 to 2,000 favorites on it, just because it's a Shiro story.
That tracks.
So Shiro gets away with a lot more. I think the other thing is with Shiro is that Shiro is a lot more, how to say this? I can tolerate his power wank stories because I know that he's genuinely not trying to power wank the character. He's just writing inside the system, like Celestial Grimoire or whatever. He's writing inside the system, but it's unfortunately the dice said no power wank story.
Yeah.
And I know this because unlike other authors who are like, yeah guys, totally believe me, it definitely rolled these powers. Shiro openly rolls the powers on his Discord.
Yeah. And that got these.
Yeah, and so yeah,
whereas
there's
I just go full America, fuck yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Say, does Jason Wu not fucking sleep?
No, he does not.
No, he doesn't.
In fact, at this point, I'm pretty sure he's actually an AI.
Yes, he's a bot or an AI or something.
Jason Wu, literally, you'll find him all over QQ. As soon as someone posts a story, sometimes seconds afterwards, he's already posted, good fic, loved it, or something like that. But the thing is...
Well, the mods cracked down on it, so now he at least quotes one part of the story, and then says
and he writes a bit more.
And then
But the thing is, he also argues with others sometimes when they post things that he doesn't like, that he doesn't agree with, or to counter himself. So I'm not sure if he actually is an AI or a bot, and he's not just that like super autistic about commenting on QQ.
Who knows? Who knows?
Hang on, here you go.
Man, I just untouched that fucking site, man.
But yeah, so I think that's honestly the difference. I mean, I think the other part was when it comes to Shiro stuff. You can see with each successive Shiro story, he is actively getting more and more fed up with any sort of game mechanic. Like with each Shiro story for a while, his game systems lost numbers. They lost, quests. They lost
complexity. They lost complexity.
The bro just kept taking a fucking hammer to it because he's like, I fucking hate writing this shit. Fuck this mechanic. Fuck this mechanic.
And then he slowly found the celestial like grimoire and all that sort of shit. Where as long as he like just rolls what he gets, that's all he has to worry about. Like a list of what powers the guy has, which is still kind of ridiculous.
Really excessive over time because again, compounding powers, right?
It does, but he can hand them away. That's the thing. He always makes sure to give the ability to hand it away to his protagonist, so that he doesn't. If he doesn't like a power, he just throws it to someone else, and then it can get forgotten.
He also did various things for a while, and you could see with each successive story where he kind of got pissed off at the whole Celestial Grimoire compounding powers issue, where you could refuse powers and shit. Where he was like, okay, well the character is gonna take a deal to not be able to reroll. They're gonna take a deal to lock in powers. Where they just...
So that even if he gets a bad power or something that actually, even though it's supposed to be a blessing, is a detriment to the person, they still got to take it.
Yeah. So he started basically doing challenge runs because he was just so tired of how quickly shit escalated. But then shit escalated quickly anyway because it's like, critically succeed 100. All right, I'll roll another one. I'll roll another D100. Another 100. Fine, I'll roll a third D100. Another 100. All right, fuck it. They're just God.
Yeah. And
you know,
the thing is,
there's a Pokemon mod basically where like you always get like something really fucking shit, right? Like any Pokemon you catch will always have at least like 3 really fucking bad stats, even if I had like nothing above a mediocre stat. I think like Kaizo has that thing, right?
I really couldn't give a shit about Pokemon challenge runs.
No, like the concept of it basically, it's basically like you're never gonna get anything that is above mediocre, and mediocre is like a super fucking high roll. So like a version of Celestial Grimoire for him, which is legitimately that bad. Like for every 99 like get a rocks, he gets maybe 1+1 strength kind of bullshit.
Yeah, but that's boring. It's
just boring.
That is boring, I guess. Or
the thing is though, you can actually like pinpoint which fic he finally got completely fucking bored of the gamer system, and it was Tamer in MHA because he used it for like a few fucking chapters, and then he just was like, nah, let's just keep describing and talking about Monkey Boy and how he's a barbarian and just goes around, and it's like it made the fic way more fun to read.
Yeah, like Tamer is honestly one of his worst ones because it has the most fucking boring startup in existence.
I've never read anything about this guy.
Don't.
Good. Okay, I'll take
he's like the problem is that Shiro is a good author. Okay, let's be clear here. He has spent a long time and a lot of effort into becoming a good author, and he has actually finally reached that stage where he is a good author. The problem is that he is schizophrenic effectively, and none of his stories will ever fucking finish.
Well, the only way it finishes is like in his very first one where he made his character so overpowered, he had to make someone else even more overpowered come kill him and reincarnate him.
Yeah, so his main
was redone.
Yeah, his mainline stories are basically the only ones that ever finished because they ended up spawning what he calls the Guild of Gamers, and Guild of Gamers is basically his own homegrown.
Guy. What I fucking hate everything here.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bro's trying to create his own multiverse, but he's not that guy. My bro, you're maybe mediocre on a good day. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that literally, yeah.
Well,
he's a good author in terms of technical writing, but like
and character interaction when it doesn't involve sex. Because like I'm currently reading it's Guild of Gamers, or is it just Cursed Teacher or something, or Celestial Teacher, where an actual adult in DxD as part of the Spirit, and just the interactions between them of having a responsible adult dealing with their fucking shit is just so interesting to read to me.
Yeah, no, he's like actually got a decent handle on how characters interact and how to write dialogue. It's
and
just
how the characters actually are in world. Like, he can actually keep them in character and have them, like, develop. Even if it's in his own way.
Yeah, it's just, unfortunately, I said he's so fucking schizophrenic when it comes to actually writing chapters, is that, like, he's got, like, 35 fucking open stories.
Another one is coming with... Another one's coming in on Patreon, apparently Celestial Escalation, where Taylor gets Celestial Grimoire or something.
Oh, wow, okay.
Find some new content!
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, he's being paid for it, so it is what it is, you know?
He's being paid a lot for it. He's being paid quite a lot for it.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking glad I never started the painter. But like, yeah, remember like that's really stupid fucking like My Hero Academia X Jack Reacher bullshit we were talking about like a few months ago.
My Hero Academia Jack Reacher.
The one that you all
I
made
remember that.
stupid fucking art for. You literally made fucking like art for it.
You don't remember?
Oh
Sneaky?
yeah, yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah, yeah.
Like it was Jack Reacher.
Y'all
No.
literally fucking make art for it. Like I've already.
No, I
written half of it.
put
It's gonna be, like,
Deku's
a
face on
one-chapter
Jack
full story.
Reacher's body because the author was jacking off about how fucking ripped Deku was. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, nah, I've written half that figure. It's just gonna be one chapter of like fucking post-traumatic like, you know that fucking like dog motherfucker, that police guy in
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just him going through all of this guy's what do you call it? Like all the people he caught while being like a fucking like hard ass cop guy, and just
Right.
like one big like 30K fucking word chapter, just a whole story in that case. And it's shaping up to be better than what I fucking imagined it would.
What? So he's like what? Jack Reacher's been arrested and he's just going through the guy's file, or like what's the premise?
Yeah, no, it's no, see, the thing is he's already done his entire journey. He's gone from being like a no-name to like literally solving crime, right?
Right, sure.
All the criminals he caught and all the heroes that saw him on the way are basically just sitting with the detective and giving like a fucking like third-person account of what the fuck they saw.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, that, exactly.
I can't believe you fucking found that thing. Do you just save all of my fucking pictures, Laura?
What? Yeah. No,
I
it's
think
like
Aura
a
made
original.
that one. I think Aura made that one. I
Yeah,
think.
and I made a really shittier version of it.
Yeah, like it should be done by the end of this year. It's like one chapter in total.
I will never forget. Where was it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yes, of course. This
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
Where John was wearing barley.
yeah.
Bar.
Izuku reaches fucking rival.
Oh no.
Oh.
That was a fic where Rangeku was meeting Naruto, but the author described it as Rangeku lifting her sword in two hands above her head, but like not in a two-handed grip. So.
I feel like
listen, she just
I
wanted
hate
a
that
reason to show. This was manga Rangiku, and she's just trying to show those titties off to Ichigo.
Of course, yes,
Of course.
obviously.
I'm pretty
Al-Mualim.
sure
Also,
I've probably.
For anyone who hasn't read the manga, listen. Orihime's a little bit of a little looser in the manga, is what we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
There
little
were
more
some
thirsty.
changes from manga to anime. So I was reminded today, the Ulquiorra fight after Ichigo goes full hollow. I forgot. The anime has him throwing a rock. That was his arm he threw at Ulquiorra.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, he tore his own arm out.
Manga goes a little bit harder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the thing that I'll say is, I might have to go and watch 1000-Year Blood War now, because I didn't know this. I didn't know that the actual author was involved. More specifically, he was involved because when people asked him, why'd you get directly involved in this one? And the summary of the interview can be, so they don't fuck up my baby again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If I ever hear the word bound again, I'm ripping you a new one.
Bounty.
I read another like fucking Bleach fic that was quite interesting until the author starts fucking writing about bounds. Don't! Fucking don't! They add nothing to the story.
There's a reason they were filler. There is a reason they were just filler.
Alright, let's see what we got going on here. We got a hero out of time. While fighting Ganondorf, Link is hit with a spell that sends him into a new world How will Link survive in this new world? Primarily Bleach universe, but Zelda characters will show up later.
Ew. Also, Sneaky Stream's not showing the fanfiction page. It's
I know.
just still the title.
There you
go.
Cool. I feel like this is gonna be a dog shit story, so let's just click on it and see.
It's 100% gonna be a dog shit story.
Hi everyone, I know it seemed like I just pushing out at random things constantly. This here is a story that just popped up, and I have no idea why I have not seen anyone else try and write this before.
Well, that's really easy. Let's.
I always love it when authors are like, I have no idea why these two ideas have never been written together before.
Because
like
it's fucking
they're so close to self-aware. They're so close. It's right there.
The missing link.
So,
okay, let me just.
The third
gonna
brain
break
cell
this down.
that connects the two.
The legendary third brain cell.
Ah, Jiminy. Here's the
You know that
problem.
one. Oh, wait, let me find the art piece.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go off.
So here's the problem. You take Link, and you stick him in Bleach.
Yeah.
Normal Link can't see ghosts. Let me phrase that. He can't see hollows.
Bleach ghosts. He can't see
Yeah,
Bleach ghosts.
Bleach ghosts. He's not
He
going to
can
be
see
able to
ghosts.
see Bleach ghosts.
Well, unless the no, I don't think the Triforce could do.
I
could
think
let
it
him do
really depends on what Link we're talking about here. If we're talking about like Wind Waker Link, then yeah, I agree with you. But if we're talking about, I mean, hell, even Spirit Track Link,
Twilight Princess.
Ocarina Link.
Twilight Princess Link would. I would say Ocarina Link would.
Majora's Mask probably would.
No, I don't think
Majora's
Majora's
Mask
no.
Link is
Well,
Ocarina Link.
Majora's Mask is Ocarina Link.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are
okay.
in fact the same
Different
person.
timelines.
They
Yeah,
are
different
also
timelines,
the
but-
hero shade in Twilight Princess.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
No, but here's my
Which
point.
also
Wild
probably
Link
means
was-
because, well, that's a shade, that's a ghost.
No.
Twilight
No.
Princess
Here's the
also
thing.
also
Here's the
say
thing.
that.
Okay, either everyone. Now, okay, there's a route you could go wherein everyone in the Legend of Zelda, the various Legend of Zelda universes, can see and interact with ghosts on some level. Because yes, there are times when Link interacts with ghosts.
Well,
but we have no idea if that's because ghosts are just more, alive, or more if there's not like a spiritual realm there. If it's easier for them to stick around. Like,
I mean, I would say specifically Link being able to see the ghosts, and this would also apply for Ganon and Zelda, for the ones that are directly descendant from those lines.
Yeah. Like, funny enough, even though
because they
Skyward
are the chosen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skyward Sword Link, I don't think would see ghosts just because of the total reincarnations. He's the first one along who faces demise, right?
Yes.
Wait, what ghost are
Sorry,
they
Yeah.
Skyward Sword. Yeah. So he's probably one that doesn't see ghosts just because his soul hasn't gone through a bunch of reincarnations.
Yeah.
But even if you give him the ability to see ghosts, and even if you argue that the Master Sword can interact with ghosts, which I'm perfectly
I would
willing to
definitely
allow,
say, yeah.
I would definitely say
I'm
it could,
perfectly
yes.
willing to let I'm perfectly
Master
willing
Sword
to
is
agree with
literally a
that.
divine sword. I can definitely see it
The
being able to do that.
problem ultimately comes down to
Breath of the Wild Link would see
Link
them. No, actually, no.
isn't-
Breath of the Wild Link is
Hold on.
probably one that I would say can't see them.
Link
He
doesn't
canonically
have
has
the
a
ability.
ghost for a
He could
partner.
fight a hollow. Link could fight a regular ass hollow. He's not going to be able to fight any. Once you start moving into like even
Wait, what?
lieutenant realms of Shinigami who can flash
There,
step.
yeah, I was gonna say there's some
Yeah.
fuckery with the
Once
power
you start
scaling.
flash stepping, once you start
like
instant regenerating, once you
Yeah.
start, hell, even what's
Just a
that
hero,
fucking magic
dude, like-
called? Whatever their magic is, like the high level magic
Kido.
people. Yeah,
Kido.
he's not gonna be able to do much against that. Like,
The only thing, the thing is, the only kind of link I could think of who would be able to like deal with keto and all that is a link with, rather than the Triforce of Courage, the one with the Triforce of Power, just because that could power up his soul and actually allow him to possibly like recreate that.
That also like. I feel
But then
you
have a radically different link.
You do.
Which,
oh, you know what? Actually, I will say Fierce Deity Link might be able.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
again,
but that's
a very
specific
specific thing.
Getsuga Tenshos, basically.
That's a
I know it's a
specific
very
thing.
specific version.
And
yeah, that's just very specific.
Again, radically different. Like because again, the masks and presumably anyone who, right, anytime Link becomes Fierce Deity Link, right? Remember, it's because that's the fuck thing about Majora's Mask. It's not like a temporary thing, right? When Link puts on the mask, it literally altered, like, his race is altered. When he puts on the Goron mask, it is a Goron.
That's
when he puts on the Fierce Deity mask, he's not a Hylian. He is a Hylian god. And the manga for Majora's Mask, like, when he becomes Fierce Deity Link, they're like, it's
I mean, okay,
Link,
hold on a minute.
but it's Link if he really wanted
that's debatably canon.
Okay.
See, I'm also
even the Fierce Deity mask itself. He's not a nice man.
No.
Yes.
That's why it's called the Fierce Deity.
He's not the Link that you and I all know and love. This is a Link who's ready to just fucking kill people.
Yeah, no, Fierce Deity Link is effectively the Doomslayer Link of the universe.
Yeah.
Not only that, though, like, the entire thing about, like, this conversation kind of falls on a, like, moot point, because, like, no matter what deity, what fucking god, what kind of fucking anime bullshit he's got, he literally can't move faster than, like, a fucking 14-year-old. Max he can do this like a cycle.
Right, but that's more like game mechanic restrictions. Lore-wise, the Fierce Deity Link would be...
Yeah. Extremely powerful.
And like I said, I couldn't buy Fierce Deity competing. I can
against like a fucking lieutenant or something, dude. I can't.
No, like God Killer.
Dark. If there was actually more lore around Fierce Deity, it'd probably be the kind where the mask descends onto the world when the apocalypse is going to happen,
Isn't
and it
fucking
gets
half the fucking Fierce Deity like lore anyways from fanfics?
No,
that's the entire problem.
No, but like Fierce Deity is on the level of, if the apocalypse is going to happen, the mask drops to start the fucking apocalypse, essentially.
Effectively, yeah.
Like that would probably be the in-world lore of Fierce Deity, because it's something that would probably be able to destroy a world.
I'm trying to figure out where you're getting all this lore info from, considering
so a bunch of
the wiki page is like 7 fucking lines about.
I would say a bunch of the lore that we have for it is only from the manga. Like that's where we got the little bit of extra lore that we had, and the lore that we got from the game. Like there's not a lot.
Which is really disappointing, because that's a really interesting version to like.
There's a lot of implications that we're extrapolating off of concerning it.
See, I'll be very honest with you. I, under any circumstance, can't see Link fucking fighting. And like, okay, great. Like, oh yeah, dude, like he's gonna fight like that guy, the one who's got fucking Senbon Sakura. What the fuck is he gonna do?
Yeah, and again, that's ultimately my point.
I mean, to be fair, I could, if he, like I said, if he had this Triforce of Power, or he had even, I'm gonna be honest, Senbon Sakura, if he had some way to power up his soul so that he could have the captain level like spirit energy, so that he's just not no souled, unable to hurt anything, because Bleach still has apparently that canonical thing of, if you've got too much spirit power compared to your opponent, they just can't hurt you.
Yeah,
I could literally see Link being able to like just stand there and take Senbon Sakura if he had the Goron mask, just because they're high fucking physical defense.
But again, maybe he can take it. But again, the odds of him being able to kill them,
but
is
he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't be able to win. He wouldn't be able to win, but he could take. He wouldn't die to Senbon Sakura if he was a Goron.
But again,
like even in Bleach, there's Hero, there's Bloodwind. Like there's
yeah.
Ain't no fucking way. Like come the fuck off.
I mean, I think if anything, you would have to write a Link Bleach story similar in the vein of Ichigo, in where Link starts off with a massive amount of potential, but no real training in how to use his soul-based powers, because he's never had to do that before, but because A, he's human, and B, he's got like 10,000 years of reincarnation slaying evil. You know,
which means you'd have to have Skyward Sword Link do it, which is just as I said, not someone whose soul has
it wouldn't be
gone
Skyward Sword Link. You would need to take. Honestly, you'd probably need to take
Breath of Wild Link. Honestly, would probably be the best one.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Tears Breath of the Wild, because that's supposedly the Tears in Breath of the Wild are supposed to be the end. It doesn't matter which of the 3 timelines you're in; they're all supposed to culminate in Breath/Tears.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm saying
Breath
is
of the Wild / Tears Link that slowly learns about all his fucking like past lives, like learns their abilities, powers, shit like that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you already have the Master Sword that basically already has a spirit in it that's also already connected with him.
Though.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, you know what? That could actually be because
it's a whole.
We know that by the time you get to
hollows.
Well, I was gonna say, well, yeah, but right, we know that by the time we get to Tears, on some level, he is waking up because the sword does talk to you.
Yeah, I think
I think
you would have to structure the storyline in a manner that was stage 1 would be Link powering up by learning how to use soul power in general.
Yeah.
Stage 2 would be healing Fee, because it's sort of implied that the whole reason as to why Ganondorf keeps coming back in the end is because they weren't able to beat him the first time, and every time Fee has to seal Ganondorf, she gets weaker.
Yeah.
And it very well might be that the whole reason that Fee finally has some time to start waking up here is because you don't actually use the Master Sword to beat Ganondorf's ass in Tears of the Kingdom.
True.
It's Light Dragon Zelda who beats his ass.
Yeah.
You also don't use the Master Sword to kill him in
Breath of the Wild.
No, you do.
Breath of the Wild.
You use the Master Sword to steal him in Wilds.
Yeah, canonically, yeah.
Oh. No,
I thought Zelda beat him in Breath of the Wild.
No, in Breath of the Wild, you use the Master Sword to kill the one that's in the castle, but then when he takes that big ball, whatever form, then you use the light arrows from Zelda, don't you?
Yes, Zelda.
Yeah, but technically,
at the end.
So technically, while you do use the Master Sword to fight him, you kill him with the light arrows.
Yeah.
Also, in the end of Tears, you stab him with the Master Sword when he's a dragon, and then Zelda finishes him off with her dragon form.
Right.
So it's a combination of the two, and she's the one who powered up the Master Sword to be able to penetrate him in the first place.
Yeah. So I would think part 2 would be having to heal the Master Sword. I think in this case, the Bleach universe offers a very good way to do that. Literally feed hollows to it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Or even the blank Asuruchi blades to it to give it more.
No, honestly,
no, that's too cheap.
No, honestly, what I would say is that, like you said, stage 1 needs to be Link learning how to use spiritual pressure power. 2
at the very least, he needs. At the very least, he even needs to learn Bring a Light, the full bring fucking movement technique, if he can somehow.
God, please don't bring full bring into canon.
Okay,
He's fast.
Listen. The problem is Cruel though. He needs some sort of speed technique. He doesn't have any hollow power to use Sunito. He doesn't have Shinigami power to use Shunpo, which means the only thing is the movement technique that humans can use. Bring a Light.
Yeah, he'd extrapolate off the movement technique he already has in Breath of the Wild.
He doesn't have a movement technique.
He doesn't have a movement technique.
He doesn't have movement tech. What are you talking about?
he can summon a whirlwind with a friend's help, and then he uses the glider.
From Breath of the Wild, he does have a fast movement technique and fast attack technique. It's all wrapped up in the flurry rush shit
I thought that was just
canon.
I thought that was just bullet time for him. Things slow down.
It's
not
the only
movement.
thing that happens during Flurry Rush is Link's perception of time slows down.
Yeah.
Allowing him to
I didn't think he was
strike
moving.
much
Yeah, I didn't think.
faster, he
No,
flurries in that time.
No, that is a mechanic. Link has, despite how much magic there is in the Legend of Zelda, it is a relatively grounded fantasy universe. Yes, Link takes more damage, and as does every Hylian, Goron, etc., take way more punishment than a normal person can. But Link is not leaping tall buildings in a single bound. Link is not sprinting across the countryside. No. The whole point of Flurry Rush is to show you that Link is an expert warrior. You can do things like parry an opponent or perfectly dodge to create an opening and then punish that opening.
Otherwise, he wouldn't need other than the paraglider to get to just glide to places, he wouldn't need to capture a horse and use that around.
And like even if we take something, let's say from the older Link, like Furore's Wind, that could technically be fucked around with to turn it into like a short-term teleportation technique, that would be way too much shit.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is he needs some way to get a movement technique. I think, believe it or not, Phase 2 needs to be learning from his past lives, meeting the Skull Shade and learning all of the moves, figuring out how to unlock his Twilight powers and turn into a wolf. That kind of shit.
Right,
Figuring out how to access Din's fire and Feor's wind and all that jazz. The final waking up Fi should be his equivalent to a Bankai.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's fair.
Everybody else gets like a really cool ability. Hey, my sword can talk now.
Yeah.
And everybody goes,
and now it hits harder.
And they're like,
they all just look back at him. Yeah, so do ours.
Yeah,
honestly,
so do ours.
hearing Fi's theme would just work so well.
It would.
I think, like,
but this is the thing, right?
Sword's already kind of busted against like spiritual
beings.
It's
so busted.
Well, no, here's the thing. They have to be like. Here's the thing. It's not gonna do diddly in like say the Soul Society arc because most of those guys aren't evil.
They don't have a holopod.
Even when what's his face?
No, actually,
no. The researcher guy is definitely evil.
No. Even the guy with Senbon, I forget what his name is. The dickhead with Senbon.
Byakuya. He's not evil. He's just completely dedicated to duty. That's not evil.
He is quite literally the opposite. He is lawful good.
Yeah.
Literally lawful good. Like
he's just depressed, bro. His wife died.
Yes. That's a whole other discussion. But my point is, right? Almost no one in the Soul Society, barring some of the research staff, maybe the Kenpachi.
Nobility. No, there is technically the Central 46 and the noble families, especially post 1,000 Year Blood War.
Fight though.
He won't meet them. Yeah, he won't meet them.
That's my
point.
Them.
I mean, any of the original Shinigamis would.
Yeah, actually, the first Captain Commander and Unohana technically can be counted as evil. They just put
that's
their,
what I was about to say. Unohana
down.
and Unohana and pretty much any Kenpachi, the Captain Commander, the head, pretty much anyone on the research staff. Soyphone,
even especially
Kisuke. Soyphone,
especially
Kisuke.
But in a way, against like the strongest of the strong, he actually has like a pretty good fucking advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
When
he fights Aizen, when he fights you watch those things, right?
It'd be funny as fuck. You know, Aizen made Wonderwise to like
counter the Captain Commander.
Yeah, so like Captain Commander also goes like, okay, you're throwing a Pokemon, here's mine. Go fucking fight.
Here's my Pokemon.
Oh, Link.
Fuck him up, Link.
I also created something to counter you.
It's these hands.
Yeah. So I mean, I like the whole idea itself can work, but you're gonna have to basically make it a very long story.
Yeah.
It can work until the author brings in Hollow Demise, original Ganondorf.
Yeah, that's the thing. You absolute look. Okay, you send Link over there. absolutely, under no circumstances should you ever fucking involve anyone else.
Yeah.
You
and
bring over
especially
Link.
not canon.
You bring over
Especially
Link.
yeah.
He comes with him because that's his fucking sword. The end of the story should literally be that, cool, Link has helped solve all the problems in the Bleach universe with less emotional trauma to poor fucking Ichigo than he might otherwise have undergone, and the sword is at maximum power, and then he can go back, right? They open a soul gate, or
figures
Hime
out how to
sends him
open a
back,
gate,
or Zelda figures out how to summon him, right?
Pura,
And then he goes
whatever.
through and kicks
Midna yanks
Ganondorf's
him back.
ass for the final time.
So just start by throwing him into fucking Huecomundo and like make him live there.
Yeah. You know what? Bypass like the first 3 arcs of Bleach while poor Ichigo is stuck in Huecomundo just fucking murdering hollows.
Link.
Give him the Doom God.
Yeah. Not even just murdering hollows, like the
You know
fact
what's
that he
funny, though?
realizes that like even though these are like legitimately evil beings, his
He
sword
realizes
has
they're
like a
people.
different amount of like let's say like you can't look at somebody like let's say Nell, right, or like somebody like fucking,
absolutely.
Harrow, right, and be like, yeah, they're evil. So he's like, whoa, my sword is very effective sometimes and legitimately just a sword on other times.
And then there's going to be the time when he finally gets to someone's mask and breaks open and sees what's underneath.
Yeah.
That thing, you've
it's
got to write that in.
it's a very mixed bag. Because you don't be a hollow without going crazy and killing people and eating their souls.
The thing is, though, there are hollows that end up in hell and hollows that apparently get purified, although not really, thanks to the new canon.
Yeah.
So what it is that if a hollow commits a sin,
crime as human, if they were still criminals, murderers, and all that, when they're killed as a hollow, they'll end up in hell.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the problem is, the new canon is there's no cycle of reincarnation. Any hollow killed by a Zanpakuto just goes to hell, including all the souls they ate.
Yeah, that's the console.
When they fucking when was that retcon?
Post 1000-year blood war in the new light.
Okay, I don't fucking give a shit about the new canon.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
As far as like, it's the same thing with Boruto, right? That shit don't exist. Let's be honest, right? But yeah, anyway, like
because literally the fucking
like...
it makes no sense. If they all go to hell, then why would they need to kill the Quincy?
Because they destroyed souls, and even if Quincy's didn't send them to hell, they just outright destroyed the souls. I don't know.
Exactly.
Theoretically, when a soul goes to hell, it can eventually return to the cycle of reincarnation. Once some nebulous amount of punishment and time has passed, that soul returns.
Okay.
Part of the Shinigami's job, putting down hollows is the you fucking failed part of the job. They're supposed to find the souls before they hollow and put a little soul tramp stamp on them and send them to the Soul Society.
Yeah, they go bye bye.
But anyway, point being though is it doesn't really matter if Nell personally isn't evil. She is made up of about 100,000 souls to 1,000,000 souls. One of them is going to be evil. Yeah, she was a Vassal.
Wasn't she a Vassal Lord?
Yeah, she was. That's the whole point. The Grand Hollows, the level of strength that Hollows have to reach to even become eligible to be an Arrancar is, like Sneaky said, thousands of souls minimum.
Probably tens of thousands, actually, to be an Adru.
Well, because the Menos were about 100 to 1,000.
Yeah. Large number of souls. Some of them are definitely assholes.
So, if we can give it, like, this is just kind of a head canon, but it's essentially the big Gillians, the big dudes, 100 to 1,000 souls. Adruchus, where they compress, is probably about 10,000, and it's probably 100,000 or more plus for Vassal Lord.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's
but
like, again, a nebulous amount of large amount of souls. But that's the thing, like, could it be so that the personality of the Vasto Lord ends up being an aggregate of the souls they consume?
Effectively, it is. So
wasn't it also implied? Wasn't it implied that you need something more to become Vasto Lord? Like you need something like driving you.
No.
Because every single Vassal Lord we've seen has had something different about them compared to every other Hollow that just eats for the sake of power.
Well, I mean, effectively, the Vassal Lords...
Evil Vassal Lord? And
no,
that's,
well, yes,
Who?
but, I mean, effectively, all the Vassal Lords, Baragan's the old guy who used time powers against people.
Yeah.
All of the Vassal Lords, effectively came to some level of epiphany when they became a Vassal Lord. Baragan was about time.
Age. Now was about
face?
being better than overcoming what you are as a Hollow.
Yeah.
Stark was about solitude. Parabel was sacrifice. Ulquiorra was fucking Nephilism or whatever.
Was Ulquiorra fucking Vasto? I thought he was a Jusis.
No, he was Vasto Lord, I'm pretty
Vasto.
sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Vasto.
No,
I thought it was implied. It was
with
implied that
how
the top
buffed he
4,
was, yeah.
it was implied that the top 4 they couldn't release because they were Vasto Lords when they got turned into a Rancor.
But wouldn't
except
Nell
for Stark,
also
who
be a
was
Vasto?
natural. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, okay.
Was.
But anyway,
And she got beat by
except for
Neutral.
Stark, who was actually just so powerful that he split himself
he
into
just
a
split
natural
himself in
Rancor.
two, yeah. That was
Yeah.
the best part of it.
but they, as far as we know for canon, when it comes to the Hollows, none of the souls, none of the original souls really survive. Basically, Hollow, like the initial Hollow stage, you go insane, you feel an urge to kill everyone you know and loved, and then when you become a Menos, you effectively get subsumed into a giant Gestalt, and then one personality... once you reach enough
it's
power...
not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed one personality will even come out. It could just be that they all end up getting crushed, that it wasn't one strong will enough to come out on top.
That's what I'm saying, though, is eventually the Menos gains enough power to then amalgamate a personality, whether that's one single will or that's, a collective of wills of, like, enough people who were women who wanted to achieve something in their life, amalgamated together to form an overlord personality, which then turned into an Adjudicas, who then ate other Adjudicas and, absorbed their personalities, and then eventually you turn into a Vassal.
And then you have your epiphany, and then you keep eating, and turns out that when a Hollow just keeps eating, they just keep getting bigger and bigger, and that's it. They just get bigger.
Yeah, that's Yami. It was that Yami's thing, right? Like
no, not even just that. Also post, apparently, there was stuck into a Zanpakuto, just a giant fucking Hollow that's now wielded by Ichigo's clone, created by the Soul Society nobles.
What?
Lovely.
What?
Yeah. It's apparently like a huge fucking Hollow that now can be released by Ichigo's clone.
No, like, that's... I hate...
Is this the light novel or something?
This is the light novels, and it showed up in the
Can they
video
just make this shit fucking die? Can they just let this shit... Jesus Christ. Just make new shit. Fucking hell.
Wasn't in Bleach Soul Resurrection the fucking PS3 game?
The game's double don't count. Like
he was written in a light novel before the game's released.
Anyway, I don't fucking care. It doesn't exist. It's not canon. I don't care. Anyway, as far as that goes, I mean, no personality is really going to survive. I mean, obviously, for a narrative purpose, you can have a personality survive till the end to turn into whatever character you want. But effectively, lore-wise, no single personality is going to survive through all of the stages unchanged. The Master Sword would just be universally effective against all Hollows, period. It doesn't matter how good the Hollow is.
It'd probably be even more effective. It'd probably be even more effective against the denizens of Hell as well.
Probably.
Dude, I just had a fucking idea. You know, fucking Butcher from Worm, right?
Sure.
Butcher from Worm gets thrown into fucking what do you call it?
Butcher from Worm is just a Gillian. Butcher from Worm is just a Gillian, though.
But it's the opposite, right? Whoever kills Butcher becomes Butcher instead of the other way around.
Yes, but the process behind that is very
Oh,
specific.
you can fucking hand wave that for like fucking shit. We've read much worse.
I mean, yes,
Yeah.
we've read much worse, but worm powers are a very specific breed of power that I'm fine with the power expression being hand waved. But the method of gaining the power and who can gain the power and how the powers operate on that level, I'm very specific about, because that's like the equivalent of being like, oh yeah, well my character he's a Kryptonian now. Oh, why is he a Kryptonian now? Oh, because he looked at the sun for a really long time.
Yeah. Also, there's not even a guarantee. Like, okay. Theoretically, according to Wildbow, there is no magic in Worm. It's all Vern super science. Like,
yeah, it's all Clark Tech.
Right, sufficiently advanced magic is sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Blah 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 blah. Right.
Homies read that shit once and then make it like a life gospel. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Right. Sundancer is not using magic to create a sun. It's a giant fucking ball of plasma with and she's subconsciously controlling magnetic fields to keep it from cooking herself alive or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel it would be like a funny concept for like 2 chapters maybe.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the problem though, is like when it comes time to hand wave that stuff, it gets very you kind of water down the whole interesting factor of the powers interacting at all in the first place.
I mean, the interesting factor would not even be the powers; it would be like the personalities inside interacting, really.
But again,
there's nothing interesting about the personalities inside the Butcher.
Yeah.
That's
we don't know enough about the personalities.
It's not about the personalities in the Butcher already. It's the ones that will be gained in Wiccamundo.
But that's the problem. We don't know enough about the personalities in the Butcher. And okay, sure, you can have it so that what's his face?
Well, I mean, honestly, the Butcher's the worst. The Butcher's honestly the worst possible character ever, because you effectively narratively speaking, you force effectively, 3+ characters to be on screen at all times, no matter what. You can never have a scene where there's only a single character on screen, because technically there's 3 people there.
Yes, and the Butcher, and the problem with the Butcher is every single previous Butcher has been sent insane. They're literally just screaming at you to murder kill, so you gotta put that
so
in
no matter every single time you have any sort of narrative
work on, let's say, like Grimjaw or like a fucking Hollow.
Yes. Well, yes, it would. They would go insane. Obviously, they would go insane. I mean, it's not even a question. Oh, would any of these Bleach characters go insane? Yes, they would. They're all human psyches.
The only one who I think couldn't.
No, but the Hollows are already halfway to great. Okay. Yeah. Have you looked at Grimjow? Have you seen the way he speaks and interacts with people? He's already 3/4
He's
of the way
already insane.
So the problem is, all this will do is just will actually make them worse characters. Any shred of characterization they had goes away because there's now not just
murder hobo.
A hollow.
They're just insane murder hobo.
Yeah, there's now not just a hollow, right? There's not just a humanoid being trying to suppress their somewhat murderous hollow instincts. You now have a humanoid being trying to suppress their murderous hollow instincts while 600 other voices go, yeah, you should murder fuck that guy.
Yeah. There is only one character who I can think of who wouldn't go insane, and that's your Watch, because if you put the Butcher into Bleach World, their power would also be based around spirit particles, and your Watch can literally dominate and control all spirit particles, so he could just fucking destroy them or like silence them.
I personally feel every single fucking like Adjuchas above Hollow would be fine because they're already in fucking aggregate of souls, right? They've already been through the Gestalt.
No, but that's the entire
they're already an aggregate of souls.
When they become an Adjudicas, there is either one personality's won and crushed the others, or no particular personality emerged, so
and they stay Gillian. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they stay Gillian,
They stay
or
Gillian, yeah.
somehow a singular personality
Comes to it.
was created from an amalgam of crushed and beaten idiots.
What we do have is for canon when it comes to the Adjudica stage is that if they don't eat enough, the main personality will lose control, and they will be
they'll turn
subsumed
back into
the Gestal, and they'll have another fight, effectively.
Yeah. And we're not entirely... I don't know if we get told that they'll just be mindless Adjudics wandering around, or if they'll turn back into Gillian to try and find a new Gestal
we never
leader.
really got that clear yet.
Did you even go down the fucking promotion thing?
Apparently,
well, I mean,
like
you can technically go down until you're Menos again.
Yeah.
Like,
Hell, Nell actually basically devolved as a fucking Arankar because her mask got damaged. So as long as your mask is okay...
I thought the mask was, like, if it got broken, you can't promote anymore, right?
No, the mask effectively...
it wasn't that why Grimjow fucking ate up all his people because they literally could not promote after that point?
No.
No, sorry, if your mask
that's
gets...
from a different thing.
Yeah, no, if your mask gets eaten, then you can no longer promote anymore. You can no longer rise in power. You are stuck as you are in stasis, but you never devolve either.
Okay,
so the mask is the key.
Yeah. But in that case, like, consider your mask is broken for you to become an Arankar.
No, you take off your mask.
Yeah.
You don't break your mask.
Yeah,
There's a
you take it
there.
off. Yeah. And the thing is, Nell was originally a fucking Vastolord Hollow. When her mask got broken, her power was essentially like... I'm sorry, but she wasn't even Gillian of Rankar. She was like one of those low-leveled fucking shitty ones from the start that got turned into one.
Yeah.
And that's happened because her mask got fucking broken. And I'm gonna be honest, you want Butcher in Bleach? I'm sorry, but we've already got that in Ninoichiro or whatever, the guy who destroyed Mal's mask.
Exactly.
You've already got that.
Yeah.
Misogynistic murder hobo. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it would be. You just have another him.
It's just generally just not a fun or interesting idea. It wouldn't even be good for a single chapter because every single scene you'd have to have like 9 characters pipe in, and all they're piping in with is random insane gibberish, and then maybe like one of them says "murder fuck that guy," and it's like, okay, cool, that was funny the first time,
and then
having to do that 19 times.
To a girl saying.
You'd beat Kenpachi's character development when he looks at you, realize, I could have been like this, time to kill him in one strike. That's it.
Yeah.
Generally,
it's not interesting. It just doesn't add anything. It's, they get all the powers of the previous guy. That's not really that impressive.
See, it adds a different kind of dilemma, aka, like, after, like, let's say you get, you got all the power of this, like, other guy, right? You also got his fucking personality. Now... it's like basically you fighting against wanting to get yourself killed by somebody else to get them, or
and narratively it is the most dog shit thing in existence ever to read. They make for a decent antagonist.
It's not even Ninoichiro who's the fucking butcher of Bleach. It's that fucking number 9 guy, Aroniero or whatever, who literally has 30,000 powers.
Yeah.
He takes the powers of everyone he eats. There's already a character that does that, and he got one shot by Rukia.
And he was stupid and lame, and no one liked him.
Yeah.
No one remembered him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The Butcher as a character only works as a villain because trying to put any sort of spotlight on the Butcher as a character narratively sucks.
Doesn't work.
It just sucks.
All the Butcher Taylor fics have either died or gone the road where she's now somehow a goody-goody because she can control all of the spirits.
Somehow.
That's it. It's all shit.
It's My Hero Academia, but with some spice.
Yeah.
I honestly think it would work, but either way, like, up to you guys.
Wouldn't. But anyway,
right?
The problem is it already exists in Bleach, and it's
we're not gonna. Shit. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree collectively on this one because. But the point is, it would take a very good writer to make that work. But again, even going back to Legend of Zelda, what we started with, the problem is. Link is going to be starting off as he's going to be starting off in an even worse position than Ichigo because he's starting off as slightly buffed human, but that's it.
Yeah,
he's Tatsuki. He's just Tatsuki with actual spirit powers.
At least Ichigo is secretly Jesus Yamato.
Yeah,
of the
true.
You need a very dedicated writer to make this one happen. The fucking Link and like, bro is so fucking insistent. He spends like 20 fucking chapters just like roaming around Hueco Mundo, like learning more about it.
You would have to do so much fucking training chapters, yeah.
Yeah.
Training
You lift
chapters
a
like
Link lifts a rock.
and-
Hollow
and
Koroks.
and he isn't even like meeting like the
Yeah.
Arankars we're used to. He's meeting like they're fucking like whatever, like they're.
But here's the problem. Here's the
Yeah,
problem with
yeah.
that. If he meets them too early,
They
He
kill
could
him.
get
he can
eaten.
beat them and they
Yeah.
die, and they don't have a concept of restraint.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
if he meets them too late, they're gonna go, "Who let this fucking normie ass human into my fucking house?"
Yes.
Thero.
See, the problem is there's only one character in all of Hueco Mundo that he can actually meet, survive with, and train and get stronger. And it's that fucking Shinigami in the Meadows Forest who got trapped there with his fucking squad and is the last one alive with survivor's guilt.
I mean, technically, he could meet Nell before she got damaged.
No,
Yeah, I was
because the
gonna say
problem is
Nell, but-
Nell is above ground in the place that has stronger
Yes.
hollows.
Yeah,
Link cannot
I know.
survive up there.
That's what I'm saying. Technically,
See-
she could meet Nell, but yeah, the Meadows
Yeah.
Forest, yeah.
See,
Meadows
that's
Forest
absolute,
is
but,
literally
like,
the
you
only
need
place
to-
he can go.
you
And
know,
he can only
and
survive by
even
meeting that
there, like,
Shinigami.
Yeah, even then, like he's also a human. But brother needs to eat, right? Brother needs to drink. Like he is
Yeah.
not living long in there.
No, he would have to eat hollows, and that means he has to torture hollows because they dissolve when they get killed.
Well,
I'm
so
pretty sure
what
their
does that-
limbs also
well, aren't
dissolve
they
when they're
just-
cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're literally just like energy,
they?
right? They're just souls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, they are
Ghost trying to
a
eat fucking.
they're a
I
spiritual
mean, you would
creation.
have to do some sort of fuckery with the Master Sword, where like the Master Sword and Link's bond allows the Master Sword to eat the Hollow, and then
Yeah.
like
At that point, just don't
regenerate
energize
the
him.
energy. Yeah.
But at that
It would
point,
probably-
just make him at that point, you're literally better off with just going, "Hey guys, we're gonna go off the branch of what's the
Hey guys,
timeline
I'm
where Link
writing
loses?"
white again.
Hey, Sneaky, the Master Sword stealing energy and feeding it to Link, doesn't that make him a soul vampire like the bounce?
Shut up.
Yeah,
Oh my God,
true.
seriously.
Nose, what's the timeline
It
where
all
Link
comes
loses?
back to bounce.
What's
Well,
that
what do you mean?
timeline called?
That's the failed timeline. He loses against Ganondorf. It's the Link to the Past timeline.
Yeah,
Although
yeah,
now
yeah,
we're
yeah.
not sure because of the way that this, because
Yeah.
the creators have said, "Fuck the timeline. We hate the timeline. You should
Yeah.
also hate the timeline."
I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of liked the time, but look, anyway, the
I'm fine
point.
with the timeline.
I'm really fine
The
with it. but,
timeline
right,
can exist.
I
Start-
understand that,
start
but I was
with
saying
the
more the
going
creators hate it.
failed timeline and just go right. Oh, part of the
He's
failed
already a
timeline.
hollow or
Link
something.
lost. Link died. He is sent back. Right.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, you can do that.
And then he dies, and
Mm.
then go, cool, Link dies. This is the failed timeline, but something goes wrong with the reincarnation, and then blah blah blah. Link goes to the Soul Realm. Link gets all the power ups. His
I mean, I still think putting it post Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom would be the best idea. Just so you could wrap that up.
Dude, just
Yeah, well,
just kill him and make him a hollow.
Yeah, just I mean, just have like Tears of the Kingdom end with Ganondorf getting a kill shot on Link as he's defeated.
He becomes a hollow, and as he's like slowly moving up the fucking. Like,
No,
levels of
making
hollow,
Link hollow is lame.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. You can just go, in fact, that like here's the theoretical explanation. Ganondorf gets a kill shot on Link, and Demise's curse activates, and they're gonna go do it all again. Except, right, one of the things that we get before we got Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild,
right?
The Ganondorf that we were fighting was supposed to be the final Ganondorf because he gave up on the cycle of reincarnation.
Right.
But then all you do is go, oh, the spirit of the curse of demise is for once going to work against Ganondorf. He's won. He killed the hero, but the curse activates. Ganondorf's desire to escape the curse basically goes, okay, I have to reincarnate this motherfucker, but no one said I have to reincarnate him on Hyrule.
Right. Yeah.
And sends him to Soul Society. Right? You send him to Soul Society, or you drop him in the Hollow Forest, or whatever, and then you can go. He doesn't have.
At that point, just put him in the Soul Society, dude. But like, he won't have his fucking sword. He won't have his memories.
Yeah, but that's lame then. Yeah.
Well, no. What I was gonna say was drop him in Soul Society.
Yeah, that's lame.
Outskirts.
No memories is always lame.
Drop him in the Soul Society with his memories, and he starts out with a basic bitch katana. The Shikai is it goes back to being the Master Sword as Fi and Zelda reach out across the worlds or some shit.
All right,
yeah, but then he wouldn't even start with the sword, considering he's being reborn as a soul.
Just
Society. He'll have to
Ganondorf sent him back to be reincarnated, and just like, finally, I've won. And then Link just appears out of a portal because he got sent back. Wait, you're back already?
It's been 10,000 years.
Time compression's a bitch.
But no, again, like, right, you could have it start out as a basic bitch katana, and because all Fi can do to manifest is just be a sword. That's all that Fi can manage in that.
I mean, then don't make it a katana, make it a European broadsword.
Yeah, you know what? Make it a broadsword, right? Totally fair. Make it a broadsword.
Because you can't forget that the sword changes based. No, it can change. It can change even outside of Shikai. It can be looking different or be a different weapon.
All the Asauchis were like still the same weapon. It was like Shika onwards that like the.
No,
yeah, all the
Asauchis.
The Asauchis are the originally a katana, and I'm saying don't make it a fucking Asauchi. Literally, just have Link, have Fi from the start, and she's in some sort of fucking classic locked state. I mean it's a big classic.
Yeah.
And he's got to recover his memories and find a way to power up the blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: I think you should put him in Soul Society. But put him in the outskirts where all the bad shit happens and let him naturally go be Link.
No, but the problem with that is it's Rukongai
fundamentally changes
huge. Fucking huge.
Well, not only is the Rukongai huge, I mean, yes, but I mean narratively that you'll just figure out a way to avoid that. But I mean the problem more along the lines of that is that Link would still need food.
Yeah. If he has
that's why I'm saying you take the failed timeline.
This
Link is dead.
As a soul, right?
No, Link still needs food.
No, that's what I'm asking. No, this is a soul.
In Soul Society, souls still need food.
Yes.
No.
I'm asking be the soul or not.
Yes, I'm saying this is a dead Link who goes to Soul Society. This is Soul Link.
Dead.
Yes, and Soul Link still needs food.
Yes, what I was saying was you put him on the outskirts of the Rukongai. Like, you put him out in the slums, and the way that Link learns and gets better at stuff is the natural heroic instincts of the hero go, well, people are getting killed by these hollows, and no one's really doing anything about it.
The hollows aren't in the Rukongai, dude.
Yes, they are.
They don't. They rarely show up. They rarely show up in the outer skirts that aren't patrolled by Shinigami.
Yeah, rarely. Like it's not like an incursion level. Oh no, man, we got fucking goblins out here. No, it's like shit, the hollows are invading. They've breached the perimeter. Swarm. It's not. There's not gonna be an issue where Link has to be like, oh man, I gotta step up and defend these people from the constant hollow invasions that the Shinigami are letting through. Because that's not how that.
Actually.
Yeah.
He might have to deal with like the corrupt fucking officials.
Yeah, he'll have to fucking fight the Shinigami before he has to fight Hollow.
Yeah. Also, another thing. Don't souls / pluses like lose their memories when they're sent to Soul Society?
Yes.
Yes.
So that also would be like actually
it's very rare that
I just feel like Link losing his memories again is kind of a
okay, but like to your counterpoint, it's El Clasico.
It is the classic, but
And to be fair,
Link
that's a
doesn't
tired
have his
one. But again,
memories.
I'm just saying, I think the easiest way around it is to take a version of Link from the failed timeline who's lost, and you need to put him in some place where he can experience hardship and learn how get some handle on spiritual power, but you need to keep him out of the Soul Society.
I still think Menos Forest is the best place to put him. Make him feral.
Yeah.
And I say Menos Forest because Link the Past Link is a honorary what the fuck Forest Child. So he
Link
kind of
Past
already knows how to survive.
Lives in a house, right?
No, Link the Past Link.
You start in a house and then you go to the castle.
Shit, no, it wasn't the Link the Past Link.
Yeah,
it was
what
the fuck was the Forest Child one? Ocarina of Time, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ocarina is they're also technically but yes.
Yes. They are a Forest Child. They're not actually a Forest Child, they're an honorary Forest Child.
Yeah, like, if you want a fucking Forest Child, you can just take fucking Breath of the Wild. Brother lives in the fucking jungles at this point.
Right, but my point is that he has the ability to live in the forest because he's lived in the forest, so he knows how to navigate through the trees. He knows how to use the forest to his advantage to hunt and defend himself from being hunted. Grim. Well, hollows. My bad. Heartless.
Grim.
Whatever.
Same thing. Again, we write the issue of food, but like again, same thing. He can feed a sword or something.
Yeah, I mean, what it comes down to is that you do reach a point in Bleach canon that you don't need food anymore for some reason. When you get spiritually strong enough.
Yeah.
So
you're shooting your human weakness or some dumb shit.
The Dragon Warrior can gain power from the power of the universe. Some shit.
These are ley lines or some shit. I don't fucking know.
So, I mean, as far as the sword goes, it could be in a sealed state again. And he's got to kill fucking hollows, and him killing the hollows makes him regenerate a little bit of energy, and he's like, oh, okay. So he goes and hunts hollows. He defends himself from the bigger tough guys. He runs around a bit. You know, eventually you can either have him meet up with a Shinigami expedition or the Ichigo plot interlude, or he finds hollows that don't immediately attack him, and you add the characters that way. There's a couple different ways you can roll it.
Yeah.
I feel that would be the most boring thing ever to read, because 20 chapters he'd just be fucking farming.
Yes.
Okay, it's like reading Vite again.
Well, no, but that's the thing.
The Soul Society, one of the better concepts.
I would say make 2 or 3 chapters of farming with large implied time gaps.
Yes, that would also work. Yeah.
That and
because I mean the thing is that
the thing's interesting. I would go farming chapter and then do. Here's a quick look at Ichigo and crew. And if you're choosing to alter anything in the timeline, mention it there. Farming chapter. Look at the plot. Farming chapter. Get him involved in the plot.
I mean, you could have like a farming chapter and then some sort of like chapter that's about the reaction of the hollows to this weird kid killing them all with his weird sword.
Yeah.
Various perspectives, and then farming chapter that segues into him finding hollows that aren't instantly hostile. He doesn't instantly go and kill them. Conversations happen, whatever, right? He gets some more information about the world, whatever.
Honestly, you could even have make it like a thing. Every fight Link begins goes, please, just talk to me. I don't want to kill you.
Yeah, that does sound like it'd be something off. Like his personality would be like that. He'd like, especially once he starts seeing more humanoid Grim.
Grim.
See, the thing is with the Judicas, you don't get humanoid yet. You're still an animal, but you're like a more defined animal. You only get humanoid at the Vassar Lord stage or the what the fuck it's called, the maskless stage where you go Shinigami.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you look at something like Grand Fisher, like something like, let's say, Like, I don't know, fucking, there's like big fucking juices as well. Link's definition of humanoid also has.
Oh yeah, he's got a vast
stuff.
range,
So, yeah.
and it would be, yeah. I'm not saying, I'm not saying that, he wouldn't see, fucking some deer walking on two legs as possibly a conversational partner instead of another monster he needs to slay.
Yeah.
But I am saying that they're not humanoid.
Yeah, and also they're not gonna be reciprocating it. Yeah, but yeah, like I feel that the Shinigami one, dude, I'm just like wild up with the fact that we're still discussing it. The guy's probably written like a shit chapter. Let's just.
I mean, it's an absolute dog shit chapter. He instantly drops in. A Shinigami instantly attacks him. The combat is described super poorly. For some reason, Link decides to use his grappling hook in the middle of combat. And apparently the grappling hook is so fast that the Shinigami just can't react to it in time.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
The fucking rocket-powered fucking god.
Yeah, the lightning bolt-powered grappling hook.
See, not only is this a dog shit concept, even after like we've worked out 2 different fucking ways of doing it, it's also like practically a fucking like thing that nobody writes good Zelda fics on this fucking platform.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially crossovers. I told you about the one where like Link ends up becoming janitor after post Majora's Mask ends up becoming a janitor in Garreg Mach and gets beaten up by pre-canon Dimitri from Fire Emblem. Dimitri's power is dude.
Yeah, sometimes his strength goes Super Saiyan because of his crest, but otherwise he is not.
Brother,
he's regular dude.
Post Majora's Mask, Link.
Yeah. That means this is Link with every single mask and potentially Fierce Deity, right?
Yes.
And a lot of fucking combat experience.
Yes, like enough combat experience. Like he's literally been through Ocarina and Majora. And not only does he begin by catching frostbite, then heals from this. Also, of course, he catches frostbite. Then he heals from this, and then he fights Dimitri, and then he gets his ass wrecked in that fight. And the fucking reasoning was, oh, Link's only fought like creatures much bigger than himself. He hasn't got much experience fighting humans. And I'm like, you're legitimately a fucking moron, and you should be.
Bruh?
What? Wait, what?
Bro has not played a single Legend of Zelda game and has only played Dark Souls. He's like, oh yeah, human opponents are much harder than big monsters, right? Yeah, Lamal.
Yeah, honestly, actually, human opponents would be even easier to fight than monsters, because, like, I'm sorry, if you think human opponents are harder than monsters, you've never been hit by a guy larger than you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or different vehicles, just like it's like fighting a different creature. Like, it gets worse actually. He then becomes Dimitri's friend, and they apply to Garreg Mach. And this guy, who has approximately I don't know how many years at this point of combat experience, has saved the world twice, can only enter Garreg Mach as a janitor.
No, yes, of course, yes.
Honestly, Link in Dark Souls, much better garbage story.
Yes.
Yeah, like begins at Firelink, gets shanked. Welcome to Dark Souls, bitch. Done.
Welcome to Dark Souls, bitch. Loses 1/2 of a heart. Shit.
Yep. Well, there's like 5 more skeletons up the road. He's dead.
He'll be fine. He just loses 1/4 of a heart every single time he gets hit. He'll learn.
Those weren't too hot. I already killed the skeletons. Well, what about second death? What do you mean second death? Stab.
Backstabs.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm just imagining him getting absolutely clowned on by the Perry skeletons. Wait.
I mean, you could do a fucking you could do a fucking a la carte abridged moment of, I cleared the skeletons out of the path for you guys. Oh, but what about steps 2 through 6? What do you mean steps 2 through 6? Stab through the back. Oh.
Okay, no. I would love to see Link in Blight.
Parry skeletons. Yeah, the skeletons in Dark Souls 1 can parry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the Baldur
skeletons can parry in most Dark Souls.
Yeah, the Baldur ones can parry. But Dark Souls 1 was actually more notorious for it because of that and the thieves in Undeadburg.
Well, and the thief, yeah. He goes in, wait a minute. They can't parry before, as he's getting stabbed from back. Anyway, point is, you could have some fun with Link in Dark Souls. Like, that's ironically, because of the way Dark Souls work, it's a much simpler task for Link to succeed there.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, all you gotta do is roll and fucking sword, right? Like, if it's like humanoid, like even in some place like, let's say Ruby, right? Link works. But like, then you kind of like cross into like the shonen shit, and like, it's just a massive fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Now that it bleaches dog shit, and I will fucking rest my case there.
I mean, it pretty much is. I mean, like, look at this garbage here. Like, from ninja to Shinigami, returning to Wave after being snubbed by his sensei for his teammate. That's right. So this is taking place during the Chunin exam, I can only imagine, where Kakashi's like, hey, Naruto, who doesn't have the Sharingan and also doesn't have lightning affinity, I'm going to go teach my student who has the Sharingan and lightning affinity.
Dude, you're reading all that. The one above is just called God Reborn, and its description is Aizen Reborn, and that's it.
I'm aware. Yeah, and it's Aizen is Naruto Uzumaki. Yeah, I know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Dude,
I fucking hate this fan and shit where it's like, oh, Naruto is being snubbed by Kakashi. It's just like, bro, he is not being snubbed by Kakashi.
Kakashi is overwhelmed because the first fucking team he passed had a Jinchuriki, a fucking Avenger, and a Fangirl on it.
Yeah, I mean, well, not only that, it's specifically Sasuke has all of the affinities for all of the skills he can teach. So he's like,
let me teach you.
Well, and again, right? They don't. Okay, we know that the village of Naruto is stupid because they do not give their WMD any kind of training or ability. So what do? They stick the useless fucking ninja girl and the highly dangerous, could potentially be dangerous, but right now is pretty much fucking useless WMD on a team with the only guy left who can teach the fucking Sharingan to their fucking Sharingan user.
Yep.
Yes.
Who is also a massive flight risk and the son of one of the most terrifying the brother of one of the most terrifying terrorists on the fucking planet, you know?
But and here's the thing, Kakashi isn't fucking stupid. He may or may not know that Naruto is the Jinchuriki, but he does know, well, gee, I have the Sharingan. They sent the one Sharingan user left to me. I wonder, do they want me to focus on teaching the Sharingan user?
Do I put this square block in the square hole?
He also has to make Sasuke believe that running away from fucking Konoha is not in his best interest.
Yeah. Look, Sasuke, look at all the training you'll get. You'll get so much stronger faster.
Yeah, dude. Who else can you learn?
We care about you in this village.
Well, no.
Danzo turns up with his 30 fucking Sharingan.
Yeah, it's Sasuke. Look how much we care. But but seriously though, it's like I fucking hate this fan and shit. Where it's like, oh, Naruto was abandoned by Kakashi because he chose Sasuke to teach Sasuke. It's like, bro, Naruto, your style is lots of jutsu, aka shadow clones and Rasengans at this. Well, not at this point, but your current style is spam shadow clone, which Kakashi can't do, and run at the enemy while screaming, which Kakashi doesn't do.
And while you've got a lot of chakra and I could give you jutsus and scrolls, I'm not sure if you can actually read, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, Naruto's 3 powers were clone, punch, and gender bend.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, gender bend was in fact the secret to saving reality.
It was.
Yeah.
Actually, that was harem. Harem.
Yeah, literally, like the fact that it's his canonically most effective part.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen.
It's just really lame when they go out and do it, and it's just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Now the thing that bothers me is you very easily could have had literally the smartest thing to do to get around it would be, and I know that they didn't have this yet because the author hadn't figured out that he was going to do this yet, but literally just have Kakashi make a fucking shadow clone with like 1/100th of his chakra and then just stand there and drill Naruto.
Well, what he did was he
bitch.
went and got the best teacher in the village to go teach Naruto.
Yeah. He got, like, Ebisu was teaching... teaching.
Canonically, Ebisu is actually the best teacher in the village. The problem is that Naruto is a fucking retard and a child. Emphasis on the child. And he doesn't understand.
Grandson.
Yeah. Like Ebisu, it has a way of teaching, and Ebisu doesn't like Naruto because Naruto is A, a brat, B, pranking all the time, doesn't take anything seriously, makes Ebisu think that he doesn't take being a ninja seriously, which is basically all of the ways to piss Ebisu off. And so he thinks Naruto's fucking retarded, which he kind of is. And then Naruto effectively proves his point when Ebisu actually finally tries to teach Naruto, and then Naruto proceeds to ignore all Ebisu's lessons.
Yeah, but again, that's what I'm saying. Like, the second that teaching Ebisu fails, just have Kakashi go, okay, if that's how it's gonna be, you stupid little shit, cool.
Right, but Kakashi already left the village.
Yeah, by then he lucked out into fucking getting Jiraiya to help him.
Yeah.
That's true. But again, like, even at the very start, you could have just had Kakashi go, okay, guys, Sasuke has a super special power, and I can help teach him that.
Right, but that Kakashi and communication name a more distant combo.
No, we also forget the fact that in all of
Jiraiya and
communication still fucking got shafted, basically.
True. Yeah,
actually,
but again, part of my solution here is also going to inadvertently be tacking Sakura onto the help, which is I don't know how the fuck you two idiots passed Ninja Academy, but until you know how to correctly throw a punch and do a substitution jutsu, I'm teaching the kid who has actual skill.
Well, actually, Naruto does have substitution jutsu.
Yeah, and Sakura does. Like, she knew all the textbook stuff, so she knew substitution.
But that's my point.
She
can't, like, have Kakashi just fucking run them through some basic drills to get them up to at least a modicum of snuff.
The problem is...
Well, he was. That's what he's been doing.
He was trying to get them to do teamwork, because the problem is he's used to working with an Anbu group that already had the skills built.
He wasn't trying to get them up to a level of parity. He was trying to get them to work as a team. The problem is they can't work as a team because
when they don't have the skills to do so.
Sasuke is literally on another level. Like, part of that is Sasuke, right? Unlike many of the anime characters that piss you off, Sneaky, right? Sasuke's goal is kill my goddamn brother, and boy did he work for that goal.
Yes, he does.
Right, but Sasuke is functionally a genin already.
Yes.
Yep.
Sakura is literally nothing but book smarts, and Naruto's thing is brute overwhelming power, which, as we saw when he had to fight someone who was actually trained and skilled with whatever the fuck mirror bitch boy is. Haku? Yeah.
Haku.
Literally, if he did not have the cheat code of I cannot die because the demon fox inside me won't let me, he would be fucking dead. 100 times over.
Oh, well, Naruto would be dead before he was even a ninja.
Yeah. Well, Sasuke also nearly almost died. But, like, my point is, like...
him.
Right. But my point more here is that I hate that authors are like, oh, he's being snubbed. And then B, oh, Naruto leaves the village after being snubbed. Like, fuck he does. A, they're not letting him. That's not even an option for him.
It's a military village. How far will he get?
He's gonna get to the fucking gate, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, Naruto, where are you going?"
What's up, bro?
How'd you know I was coming here? Have you felt your chakra? Like, ever?
Brother, it's like the stinkiest fart ever, and it's always around. We can tell from miles away where you are. You are literally our nuclear deterrent option. Get the fuck back in your room, little bro. Now, like, see, I like abandoned Naruto fics, but not like the edgy ones. I like it when even though the abandoned. So you know okay, have any of you played like Yakuza 7 or 8?
No.
Yeah.
No, they're like a dragon one.
Yeah, so like the main character Ichiban Kazuka has every reason to fucking hate the world, but he's the kindest motherfucker ever, right? And that makes him very endearing. There are like very few Naruto fics that make him repay like his abandonment with kindness, and I kind of like those a lot.
Which is true because that's exactly what Naruto would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is technically canon, to be honest. That is what happened to him. But yeah. Parents dead, fox in stomach.
Yeah.
Smile and hide the tears, boys. Yeah, there are certain fics that like kind of take that to the next level, and I really like them. Wholesome.
But yeah, so it's kind of just kind of lame. I really hate the stories where he's just like, yeah, arbitrarily Naruto just he just gets out, arbitrarily. He's just able to leave. Like, no, that's not even fucking slightly how that would go. Naruto explores a secret structure he found on the way to the bridge confrontation, opening a door to a new world, gaining things that were once lost, and many allies in the wake of a revelation of forgotten past. Enemies closer than you think, and teacher owed him from beginning. 46 chapter, 324,000 words, and the author can't manage to capitalize the fucking story title.
Damn, that's
somehow
4,000 followers.
Yeah, somehow 4,600 favorites and 1,600 reviews. I cannot fathom how.
Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer. It's the same thing, right? You just keep writing enough, people will read.
Okay, but at least Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer understands what the fuck grammar is eventually.
No, he doesn't, man. His new shit is like it reads.
His new shit's real bad.
Oh,
his new shit.
All right, never mind. He's degenerated even worse. But what can I fucking say?
The
world continues to roll downhill. There is no hope. Give up, mankind. Come with me to space. We'll drop. Listen. You guys won't know when I've gotten a wish from a genie, but there'll be a space elevator, and Australia will get fucking colony dropped. That's how you'll know I got my 3 wishes.
Thank you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is just... Oh, my God. This is terrible.
See, seeing these fics, it becomes much easier for me to understand, like, the fact that the AI fic is actually gaining traction. It is just because, like, they're used to this kind of shit. To them, even the AI writing, like, basic, correct English is, like...
magical.
Yeah, like, legitimately,
well, to be fair,
it's
I will say,
legend.
if you were just copy and pasting AI slop, I don't think it would do as well as it is. You are making bare minimum some changes.
Oh yeah, I just re-roll it until it makes sense.
But that's my point. Like you're not just copy paste. You're taking the admittedly minimal amount of time to go in and curate it, make sure it makes sense, remove any absolute nonsense inconsistency. Naruto was having sex with Sakura, and then the next paragraph, Naruto was dying as Sarutobi kicked him in the balls.
Yeah, okay, not to that extent. You're not wrong. Yes. But yeah,
but
like
that's
this
my
is
point.
what
Like you're
yeah.
taking the minimal amount of effort required to craft a coherent story with decent grammar. Like if you were just copy pasting the AI garbage, it wouldn't do that well.
To be honest, normally I was kind of good at that. But like no, like this is what like these fucking bricks of badly written, halfway purple text is what our readers are used to.
True.
This was the norm, dude.
Oh yeah, I know.
To be honest, it kind of still is.
True, homie.
This is Naruto. Remember, like you just write anything for this fucking fundamental blow up.
Pretty much. After Hinata's crippling match against Neji.
Crippling match.
Naruto understood the power of boners 10 years sooner.
Indeed. How did you know?
Because that's the only thing. Okay, it's easy. We all know that Naruto fanfiction writers consists of 2 brain cells. The first brain cell is horny, the second brain cell is power wank. So there's only 2 brain cells here. And those brain cells very rarely do they work together right away. So if we're starting out with Hinata, it's the horny brain cell. And because Naruto authors are even more creatively bankrupt than Ubisoft, they're not going to try and make any plot changes or alter canon in any capacity. So it's going to be Naruto having the power of boners for Hinata 10 years sooner.
True. True.
Thank you for coming to my angry talk.
So real. Go off, Queen. Anyway, Naruto became worried about Hinata's condition and went to visit her, yet he went to receptionist to ask where Hinata is. Receptionist refused to answer Naruto inquiries and threatened to kick him out for disturbing the peace. Knowing that arguing with receptionist is waste of time, Naruto went outside and proceeded to locate Hinata room through peeking into each window. After 3 minutes of searching, he located window on 2nd floor and found Hinata in hospital bed, hooked up to array of medical equipment. After he attempted to gain Hinata attention, a hand grabbed Naruto and dragged him into Hinata's room. Naruto looked around to find out who pulled him in. He frozen on figure of Kurenai Yuhi, Hinata's sensei. Arbitrarily capitalized.
Sure. Whatever.
As she stared down at him with her crimson orb, she growled out... What? She growled out, "What are you doing here, Uzumaki? Why were you trying to sneak in the window?" Naruto stood up, stared at Kurenai. "I tried going up to front desk, but nurse wouldn't tell me what room Hinata-chan was in. I wanted to make sure she was okay after Neji Teme did to her. She was one of only people in Academy who cared about me. Like she said, I never go back on my word because mine, that's her Nindo." Naruto replied. Kurenai smirked. "I give you 5 minutes, then you have leave because visiting hours are over for the morning." As she heads to the door, she stops and looks over her shoulder. "She cares about you if you break her heart. I promise I'll break part of you that make you lose interest in girls, understand? She closest thing I have to daughter."
This is
so bad. How do 4,000 people like this? How did 4,000 people read this and go, "This is such a great story"? This is so fucking bad. Andros reporting in, "It's a worse story than you think it is." Oh, good. He's read it. Thanks, Andros. We can always count on you for finding the dumbest fucking story.
Isn't Andros also the grave robber who finds the worst dead stories? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Yes, that's also Birdo, but both of them do it. This is so fucking bad. Oh. We should tell Old Man about this.
Old Man.
If you ever stop being stupid, Baka, I want to kill this author with my bare hands.
This is painful.
Oh, God. I'm mailing a pipe bomb to their house. Yeah. Oh, no. Neo Soul King, you watch. Rebooted and rewritten.
You know what? I'll be back.
V2. You watch. Sealed King of Quincy seeks to break endless cycle of life and death by merging all the realms into one, hoping to rid of humanity of fear of death. But his grand vision is thwarted by Ichigo Kurosaki. As you watch faces his final moments, he wakes up in Telltale Games' Walking Dead multiverse. What? 20 favorites! I can't imagine why! Bro's written 22 chapters, 10k words each chapter, has only 20 favorites! He's been publishing this story for a year now! That's fucking brutal! How do It's a V2! How do you fuck up that badly? You would think, after getting a single follow, one follow, you post your story, months go by, you have a single follower, you would think at that point you'd be like, alright, on consideration, I am not gonna write 2 books of this. I'm staring at the alcohol on the shelf desperately.
I'm still drinking the alcohol with my fruit that I've got on the shelf, so I say go for it.
If that's the Bleach crossover story I remember, Naruto finds a bunker in Wave with his Zanpakuto in it, and a bunch of computers that teach him how to use Shinigami powers, and then he uses his shadow clones to summon the Gotai 13.
I'm sorry, wait, what?
That's really
Which fic is this?
That's the one we just stopped reading from Ninja Shinigami.
Wow. Because I remember there's one I've read one where in Wave, Naruto finds a bunker, somehow gets Mayuri's, with Mayuri's shit in it, and he gets Mayuri's Zanpakuto and just acts like him.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that one.
It was shit. Although, to be fair, as a character, I do actually like Mayuri, but it was still shit.
Oh god, this is so fucking terrible.
They are. It's hard to find a good Bleach fic. Although I did read an updated chapter of one of just pure Bleach that was pretty good.
Pentagon Star. This is a crack fic idea I made for fun. It's a crossover where the main character is a self-insert original character who has to start a guild in Fairy Tail with all of the Stern Ritters as members.
Ignoring that one of the stern
Why?
leaders is literally a mind break hypnosis rapist.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that part.
Ah.
Yeah, just don't. We're not gonna put.
God, I need less crimes against humanity and more war crimes. Time to play some Fire Emblem.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We already talked about Team Light. We've talked about 2 million words, 1,700 chapters. We've covered this story before. This one's a classic. So this one's a certified hood classic. And by certified hood classic, I mean it's so fucking bad. Oh.
Team Light.
Enigma.
I heard something different.
Naruto reincarnates into Karakura Town as child Shinigami Naruto. What? What do you mean he reincarnates into a child Shinigami? What?
No, so he gets reincarnated as a child, but then they didn't put any fucking punctuation to show it's gonna be a Shinigami Naruto
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah.
story. Yeah, basically they're fucking retarded. They're retarded.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
Mm.
I was really confused as to how one reincarnates as a child Shinigami. But yeah, that makes more sense, yeah. Originally, I thought he reincarnated as the town. So, this is already an improvement. Yeah, he reincarnates as the town itself. Jin Shiriki of Hueco Mundo. Somehow Naruto end up in another world where only sand and always night. He tries to survive and find way back to his world and other worlds, and he meet new friend as well as enemies. Uh-huh. Okay. Inuyasha Bleach crossover with mundane powers.
No.
Yeah. Ukiura times Kagome. What?
I mean, Kagome. Okay, you know what? I can understand this. Kagome, the only person who makes worse life choices than Kagome. No, actually, there's no one.
Yeah, no, there is. True. The original Miko that she was the reincarnation of. What the fuck was her name?
Kikyo.
Yep, Kikyo is the only one that makes worse choices.
True.
Although, to be fair, going by Inuyasha, if there was anyone who was gonna attract some sort of, like, emotionless monster, it'd probably be Kagome. If out of Inuyasha.
Yeah. I don't know.
And if there was anyone that was gonna attract any sort of actual real-life monster sign, it'd be the children.
Well, Sign's not here anymore.
Oh, fuck! What? When did he leave? I wanted to make fun of him.
He left a while ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
I must have been too busy getting alcohol.
Yeah, probably. I barely noticed him leaving.
And drinking it.
Apparently, Bleach is, like, a step too far for half the people here.
What?
Yeah, turns out that Bleach is, just too much damage.
And they stayed for 3 weeks in a row of Friday Wild Rose? What?
Yep. But Bleach is a step too far. Stay for a 3-hour rant about Wild Bow. Leave when Bleach comes up.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Is what it is. Yeah. So Itachi ends up in Soul Society. Lame.
Itachi would be good.
Fullbringer Naruto. Lame. War of Silence.
Itachi is probably one of the most, like, interesting characters in Naruto. So if
yeah, he is. But honestly, it's just Bleach is just not interesting.
Yeah. Although I did read a recent chapter of a fic where it actually really nicely explained a headcanon they have on what Shikai and Bunkai actually is. Like Shikai is the face that you want to show in the public. So when you learn the name, its powers is based on what you want to be seen as, and Bunkai is what you actually are. Like how Tosin, Shikai is one that can defeat enemies without any blood being dropped with sound, but his Bunkai makes him blind except for the sense of touch, where he could kill it in one strike, but instead he takes his time whittling them down, showing how he's actually a sadist and making them feel the pain every single moment.
Okay.
So it was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it basically is, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually pretty interesting to read. Although then it doesn't really make sense with some of the Shinigami, like Hisagi, who's got a giant fucking scythe which he hates. So
for his Shikai
it doesn't
or
really
for
hold
his
up.
Bankai?
Shikai, his Bankai makes everyone equal, and then it's just a fake skill-based match.
I think the reason why you could say I mean, it's very easy to say why you would hate the face you want to show to other people.
Yeah, true.
Your sins are beyond the grace of God. That's fair. The War of Silence to prevent the forces of Soul Society and the Clock Tower Magi. After terms of non-interference were broken in the aftermath of the Fourth Holy Grail War, a compromise is struck.
I'm sorry, but no.
Archer goes to Soul Society.
What?
That's
stupid.
That's stupid. That's dumb.
If you're gonna cross Shiro or Archer with anything, at least fucking do it with Jujutsu Kaisen, where the reality marble is actually fucking basically bait, which is what Domain Expansions is based off of.
Yeah.
At least there it makes sense.
Domain expansion, Swamp of Serenity.
Domain
Stand
expansion.
tall, Sakuna. You were strong.
Yeah, but look, putting Archer in anything, unless you're there, just to fucking raffle stomp it, there's no reason to put Archer there. Like,
especially because
Archer's in Bleach. Okay, Archer's still a fucking piece of shit at best.
Yeah, he was a piece of shit as a teen. He's a piece of shit now after 10,000 years of blood on his hands.
He's not going to magically become a good guy. He's going to look at Aizen and go, "Hey, this is my shtick."
Well, and I mean, to be fair, is he even going to be able to tell shit with Zanpakuto? Because now that we've got more info that they're quite literally half of the person's fucking soul, basically.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? So here's the thing: there is canonically only one thing Shiro can't copy.
Godly artifacts,
we're taking Archer Emiya into Bleach right now?
Yeah.
Archer Emiya into Bleach. Yeah.
The
only thing Shiro can't copy is Divine.
As far as the Aizen thing goes,
he can't copy the divinity itself.
That's not his shtick. He deletes Aizen because Aizen is the kind of thing he's
balance. Yeah.
But Shiro, it's not that he can't trace divine weapons. He just can't copy the divinity of them. Like Prisma Ilia Shiro can actually throw a giant mountain crushing divine sword, but
Prisma Ilia Shiro is not Shiro.
No, I know, but if you go off that, that means that Archer, because he got his power from the Archer class card.
You literally can't.
No, okay, he can make a version of it. He can make a hollow version.
Yeah.
We know he can trace things as long as they're not Fae specifically, because Fae are a conceptual weapon. He might be able to make a copy.
It's because he can make be understood by human mind.
Yeah, he might be able to grasp the shape of Avalon if it's not inside him, and he might be able to make a sheath that looks like it, but it won't be Avalon.
Yeah. No.
So
just like how he can't understand Aya, just like how he can't copy Aya, it's not because it's divine or outside of or created by something weird. It's because it's literally like an alien fucking weapon from a meteor that can't be understood by a human mind.
It also, because it also predates Sword, his element can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Is that?
It's not a sword.
Yeah, that's the thing. It predates the concepts of swords.
Oh.
I
thought it was like the first sword.
I think he could copy a Zanpakuto's shape. I don't think it could.
But not Shikai or
make
Bankai
use
because he
of
couldn't
it.
recreate the fucking soul inside of it.
No, I think no, he
think he
could. No,
could.
that's why I'm saying the shape. I think he could do the shape. I don't know if he can copy their ability outside of the innate, like Renji's chainsword. He could probably copy that.
Tosin uses that attack that creates
but-
100 copies of his blade to strike down on the opponent. That's it? Only 100?
No, I mean, if he can copy Noble Phantasms, I think he could copy Zanpakuto and their abilities.
The only thing I'm stuck up on is the fact that the Zanpakuto have souls in them. Like Shiro, as far as we know, doesn't make any sort of sentient weapon.
Right, but he doesn't need to copy the soul.
Yeah.
But then doesn't the soul give it the power? That's the problem. So doesn't that mean they can't use the powers?
No.
Because it's the soul and the blade that changes its shape and gives it its power.
Even if it does.
Here's the killer. Here's the linchpin. Are we going to consider the Zanpakuto Rebellion canon or just really good filler?
Yeah, you're right, because without the soul in it, they were still able to use Shikai, but not Bankai.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
they were capable of that. As long as it was
the thing is, the Zanpakuto Rebellion was always meant to be canon, but he couldn't set it up anywhere in the story to make sense and fit.
Okay, but here's the thing. Whether or not the Zanpakuto thing is canon, there's very few Zanpakuto that are worth him copying in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean,
no. He already has access to something like Ro Aegis or whatever the shield, whatever the fuck that stupid thing is, or when he already has access to Senbon Zakura. That's okay. He already has a couple other Noble Phantasms that can do massive, widespread area damage.
I mean,
he doesn't need Senbon Zakura.
His entire thing is Senbon Zakura, but with swords.
Well, yeah.
To be fair, with how small the blades are, I could see Shiro using Senbon Zakura in a way that Byakuya doesn't, in that literally just like one by one getting blades down the fucking opponent's throat to kill him from the inside. Byakuya is too honorable to do that, but Archer definitely probably would if he found a use for it, because he's all about the most efficient way to kill.
He doesn't need that. He has so many better ways to kill someone. Right?
Like,
functionally speaking,
I know that. I know that.
Nothing in Bleach
Shiro
reaches
doesn't actually
the power
know
of the stuff that he already had. Oh, the Hogyoku makes me immortal. I don't give a shit. Rule breaker.
Well, no, Hogyoku actually just grants wishes outright. And
yes, but rule breaker
only works on contracts, magical contracts.
No.
No.
Rule breaker breaks the rules. That's its whole point.
The entire point of rule breaker is that rule breaker is simultaneously the most magically powerful thing in existence and just a normal knife.
When did they update that? Because in the original
that's how it was in the beginning. The whole reason that it can break...
I distinctly remember that...
The whole reason it can break magical contracts is because it's the rule breaker.
Yeah.
You can kill a god with it.
So rule breaker has always been that. No, it was like that back in Fate Stay Night, and it's the manifestation of her breaking taboos.
Yeah.
Through her legends.
Rule breaker.
Maybe it's because I had a badly translated version of Fate Stay Night that I was playing. Maybe that was why.
That might be it.
Well, it's also because we only ever see it really being used to break contracts. But if you read the journal,
wiki,
I think
I don't know how. I don't know how much the wiki. It says all of the effects of Magecraft, but not Magecraft itself.
Well, here's the thing: if you look at Fate and I know Fate Grand Order is tenuous, but Fate Grand Order.
No, it gets rid of all buffs and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It removes all buffs, and I believe it is classified as anti-divine in Fate Grand Order, at least. And again,
the thing is though, the thing is, I don't want to go off wiki fucking words on this because I never trust wikis really all that much.
Which is totally fair.
That also sounds like. But that also sounds like destroying the effects of Magecraft, not Magecraft itself, because the buffs would be caused by the Magecraft and it was the effect of it, but it wouldn't get through the magic itself. It just got rid of the effect.
But
Right, but okay, if you destroy the ability for the fireball to cast fire on you,
then
I
you're
effectively destroying the mage.
I get that, but the thing is, people use Rule Breaker on shit like, hey, someone made this magical earth wall. They use Rule Breaker. The earth wall crumbles, but that's not how it would do it. It would just get rid of the magic from it.
It would get rid of the earth wall if the only thing keeping the earth wall together was the magic.
Yeah, but if it was just the earth shaped into a wall, people still in Fix make it destroy the wall when it shouldn't. It should just be like a block of earth that's been raised now.
Right, but that depends on how
I don't trust.
Well, no, but that depends entirely on how the magic is used. If it's conjure earth wall, then it would get rid of the earth wall. But if it's literally like a bending ability from Avatar, where it moves
transfiguration
earth,
or transfiguration from fucking Harry Potter, where it remodels it.
Transfiguration would get rid of it.
Yeah,
no,
transfiguration. Transfiguration is a magical effect that is dispellable.
Oh, yeah.
Also, quick update. It is anti-magecraft is what Rule Breaker is specifically.
I thought it was listed.
So as long as it's something powered by magecraft.
Anti-divine. Wait, no. Anti-divine is the harp, the blade used by Perseus against Medusa.
Yeah, but again, you reach a point where it's such a technical different, right? It a Zanpakuto, even when it's just a regular whatever the sword is, like just a basic katana, it's still a completely spiritual construct. Rule Breaker will literally just let him stroll through the Soul Society. Just
but that's the thing. It's a different world and it's soul power instead of magecraft. If it's not mad, like I could see Rule Breaker working on Keto because those are quite literally called demon spells.
I would say Keto would work against simply because Keto is conceptually similar to Magecraft.
The Hogyoku isn't magic; it's quite literally just warp reality to these wishes. So that's why I was arguing about that.
The Hogyoku may as well be a Fey artifact equivalent.
Yeah.
But
it's
It's not Rule Breaker though. He absolutely. If this is Archer Emiya, this is Counterguard in Emiya. He's probably fought Gilgamesh a couple dozen times now. He's got at least 4 or 5 Noble Phantasms that will just erase spiritual power.
You can't forget the problem with Archer Emiya is that he's got so much shit in his reality marble, he doesn't even remember what the fuck's in there.
I'm pretty sure he's intimately aware.
Well, A, it's part of his soul. He does know. B, even if he doesn't know, you don't just misplace your god-killing artifact.
The stronger ones he remembers in there, but you can't forget, he's got tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of just regular-ass fucking blades or just mystic codes that are just slightly sharp.
Why would that affect his ability to remember
after 10,000 years...
It's his reality marble. It's an intimate part of his soul.
Yeah.
I'm willing to put money down that he remembers every single weapon in there, in the same way Iskandar almost certainly remembers every single person that is part of his reality marble.
Oh, yeah, actually, I forgot about Iskandar. Because I was just, when you said it was part of his soul, my thought was, but is the regular person even self-aware of themselves? Or they just fucking idiots? So... And Shiro is quite the hypocrite.
Shiro is a level of distorted. I don't think you can use average person logic on him.
Yeah. But then you told me about Iskandar, and then I realized, wait, reality marbles probably have something extra that helps them with that.
Well, it also helps that he's a counter guardian and can be summoned.
Because my thought was, he's literally had tens of thousands of years of just bloodshed and killing, that his mind is probably fucking senile. That's why. Because Elia doesn't need him to think. He just needs him to kill. He doesn't care about his mental health.
That's not it at all. We've seen.
He came to the conclusion that it would be better to try and find the version of him that became him, even though that's not how the timelines work in Fate.
That's not how time works.
He knows this, but he's still willing to take the chance.
Yeah.
I'm actually more amused by the fact that Elia lets him do this. I'm pretty sure she finds it funny.
Because my thought was also when he's
job, she doesn't care.
My first thought also when he was first summoned by Rin, he said he has memory issues. That wasn't fake. He quite literally just didn't remember Rin because of how long and how many Grail Wars he's been a part of.
Right, but Rin isn't in his soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're gonna have to, really
Yeah.
But yeah, again, like I said, even if he does has memory problems, even if he's descended to the level of being a berserker, again, the artifacts he has access to amongst his noble phantasms will largely let him ignore and or clown upon the Soul Society. This thing makes fire. This thing stops me from being hurt by fire. This thing makes ice. This thing stops ice. Like, he's gonna have one or two of those lying around that he remembers. I've made a giant bone dragon. Hey, I have just
wow, I got
thing
some
for
bad
that.
news for you. You're not gonna believe it.
I got some bad news.
You won't believe this. I have 24 anti-dragon noble phantasms just lying around. Who knew?
You'll never guess how many of those are also anti-undead.
I have some crazy bad news for you.
Behold, my ultimate power! The world shall be covered in blades! Oh boy, I feel like a dick for saying this, but...
Man, I am so sorry for what it's about to happen.
I am...
there's not even any... No,
it would be
Archer
really
Emiya would...
funny. It would be really funny to watch Byakuya try to kill him with that. They get pulled into the reality marble, and Byakuya goes, "Why can't I control Senbone Sakura?"
It's a sword.
That?
Yeah. No, you know what's even funny? I control numerous millions of blades, and then Shiro just goes, "That's not that special. There's not even any gears in the skies." Because Archer Emiya would 100% snarkily criticize his fucking.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
Archer Emiya would be like, "Only millions? Snap fingers."
Yeah. Just to flex, it's like, great, cool. So I just copied your blade 10 times, so I technically have 10 times the blade.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that Shiro can effectively mimic the original owner as well, so the sword effectively
it's not that he mimics the original owner. He relies upon the memories in the weapon.
It's part of the structural grasping.
Which is how he used 9 lives against Heracles in the Heaven's Feel route.
Yeah.
He let the memories of Heracles basically overlay him.
Yeah, he gets the muscle memory for free, basically.
Yeah, the thing is though, Shiro has been stated that he could win any Grail War, but the problem is that he never has enough mana to do so, and that his master isn't strong enough to do so usually.
Yeah.
If he
had Ilya as his fucking master, he'd probably never lose.
Oh yeah.
If he had Ilya as his master, he would never let anyone.
You know what? I would love to see that as a story.
It is
not because he would be OP, but specifically because gets summoned by Ilya. Well,
we're gonna kill Shiro Emiya. We're gonna kill Shiro Emiya. You son of a bitch! I'm in.
Do you have any issues with killing Shiro Emiya? Damn.
It is worth pointing out.
The only issue with killing Shiro Emiya is that I haven't yet.
Wait, so you're telling me this was a compatibility summon?
Oh, that would be hilarious. The Einsburns couldn't get the right catalyst, so it's just like, all right, who's closest to this little girl? Okay, sure. Archer Emiya, get in there. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna grab some food.
But yeah, like canonically, in the Fate route, Archer Emiya did take 6 of Hercules' lives.
Yes.
As Ren's servant.
Yes.
Him claiming he could win the Grail War, I totally believe it, because he's.
And don't forget that was stuck in close range. That was stuck in close range with Heracles. If he could get range.
Oh yeah.
If you could get long range from him.
He's bargain bin Gilgamesh without the arrogance that keeps Gilgamesh from reaching his full potential in that.
Yeah. It's actually, it's not even full potential. Gilgamesh can see that he loses, and then he ignores it because he doesn't believe he can lose.
Well, it's not just that. He also just
Because
sometimes
he's clairvoyance. Yeah.
No, he sometimes turns that off because it's not
Oh,
entertaining.
yeah.
He's not ignoring
It's
that he
not
loses.
funny if
He
I
just-
know.
He'll use clairvoyance to watch the present, but doesn't really
Mm.
bother with checking the future because, like, who cares? I want to be surprised, and I'm Gilgamesh. I'm the best there is, anyways.
Like a TV show.
Yeah, he does. That's exactly what he does. Remember Fate Zero? He's like, all right, I'm getting a little bored of this. I'm gonna go there and let this stir up the stage a bit. He was watching them with clairvoyance from Tokyomi's mansion.
Gilgamesh and Kodamina's church, watching a Mexican family argue with each other in Mexico. Damn, I love this soap opera.
Man, all I can fucking imagine now is like a fucking montage of Gilgamesh doing like basically like heavy duty research. The fucking whoever summoned him is really confused and concerned because they're like, oh, what possibly could have made Gilgamesh take this so seriously? What servant did someone else summon that's so dangerous that Gilgamesh is doing all this research? And then finally, Gilgamesh is like, I've done it, I've figured it out. They're like, oh, you figured out how to beat the servant? Beat the servant? Huh? What are you talking about? No, I figured out the exact words I need to say to make this person pissed off. He just used a bunch of future sight to figure out what he needed
his master's wondering what's going on, just sits there for an hour and a half while Gilgamesh is just absolutely concentrated, and then Gilgamesh snaps out, is like, my king, did you finish your planning? Planning? I was watching a movie without paying for a ticket. They're airing it like fucking 3 streets down. It was great.
I've been binging the movie theaters list.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh is an interesting character, and it's a shame that his best class is not the one that we see on screen most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the strange fake that we got of Gilgamesh versus Enkidu, that was fucking great. Archer Gilgamesh versus Enkidu.
Well, part of that is because it was Enkidu was also in the war. Of course, there's also I think there's the implication that that was a Gilgamesh that remembered what his incarnation did. It's like, damn, I was a little bitch. Maybe I need to reel it in just a bit.
No, I thought it was that the Archer Gilgamesh summoned in Fate Zero and Stay Night was one where Enkidu died, but the one summoned in Strange Fake is during the time when Enkidu's still alive.
No, I think his Archer class is always the one.
Oh. Because I know that
Archer,
because his kid form can be an Archer as well, so... And then there's the Saber one, which is the king before Enkidu shows up, I'm pretty sure.
You know what? I'm actually not sure. Because Strange Fake still hasn't been fully translated. The anime is finally starting to come out 2025, I think.
Yeah.
If he
I mean, to be fair, the most we know about fucking Strange Fake is that it was Ishtar's fault, and Gilgamesh was always right about her.
The worst thing about the servant system is no matter what class of servant is in, odds are they have all the memories of their entire life.
Yeah.
It's just whatever form they're in is impacted.
Memories the most.
The memories
and has
that
the
are
memories
sharpest.
as the clearest. Yeah.
Yeah.
While the future memories of their class, like say they're at a certain time, any future memories will be more muted. They can see it, but it's like I don't really feel anything about this.
Yeah. The problem is that Archer Gilgamesh has his memories of Enkidu's death as well as
the snake being stolen from
the
immortality. Yeah, immortality. Yeah, true. And immortality being stolen from him by the snake, meeting Moses. You know, just the regular things.
True.
I still love the fact that Moses is literally just the same old man from the Legend of Gilgamesh. That tells him about the immortality and the snake shows up when the snake steals it. And that the only Moses we ever got was as taking over Nemo's body in the arcade game. Although
Yeah, that's
people
pretty
were
good.
right about the fact that Moses would be the Grand Rider, or at least one of them.
Was he the Grand Rider, or was he just
He
one
is.
of the
No, in arcade,
nominee-
in arcade he's Grand Rider, facing off against Beast Nero. But he's got to use Nemo's body because he wasn't summoned yet. So he used. So he gave Nemo his basically powers and took over the body for a bit, like a pseudo servant on top of a servant.
A pseudo hyper.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a really long way of saying Bleach is boring as shit.
Yeah. Actually, it's also boring to watch because Bleach's choreography it eventually turns into just beam battles. Like I wish there was more
I
swordsmanship.
teleport behind you. I teleport behind you. I teleport behind your teleport.
Getsuga Tensho, here's a lightning bolt. What? And it's like, well, where's the swordsmanship? Where's the watching the choreography? Where's the actual fight scenes? Other than the big booms.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least they'll always look fabulous thanks to the spirit of fashion that's the demon of fashion that fucking Kubo's made a devil deal with.
You know what I do want to see now?
What's that?
I want to see a 3-chapter crossover in which it's Archer Gilgamesh summoned into Bleach.
Okay.
In just 3 chapters. That's it, because there's no way you're making a story longer than that.
No. Yeah, that's fair. Aizen, this Hogyoku here is... Oh, that. I already have that. I have the better version. The prototype. The prototype that is the better version. In my vault here. What?
Aizen just turns to Urahara. It's like, you had a prototype? It's like,
I apparently did.
Apparently. Like, Urahara's just as confused.
I'm pretty sure I stole your prototype. You couldn't steal the prototype. I own it. But
what does your prototype even look like? Like this marble? It's like, no, it's some weird cup that some guy bled on.
Yeah, it's just like something completely different. It's like, that's just the Holy Grail.
That's not the Hogyoku. Hey, it's still the first wish granter.
Just the Holy Grail. It's the fucking scene from Monty Python with the French are like, Holy Grail, we already have one.
Yeah.
Oh man. So how did we get to discussing about Archer Emiya for some reason being
and Fate Stay Night crossover with
Fate Stay Night crossover. Yeah, where it's called the War of Silence, where Archer Emiya gets traded over to the Soul Society because the Soul Society interfered with the Fourth Holy Grail War.
For some reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather read Itachi and Soul Society Naruto crossovers just because Itachi's a better character.
I'm gonna be honest with the way that the systems of Gaia and Elia work. I'm convinced Elia would have sent the Counter Guardians to wipe out the whole of Soul Society.
Mm-hmm.
Probably,
because that would theoretically prevent the existence of hollows, which are have humanity destroying capabilities.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes Elia is proactive.
The thing is, though, Elia would destroy Soul Society because Yamamoto exists and his Bankai could destroy reality. Like, technically, Yamamoto is a threat to humanity just by existing if he decides to use his Bankai.
Elia doesn't usually take things that far. It's like, this is a threat, and Soul Society is a threat because it allows for the creation of hollows, which will destroy humanity.
True.
Like, Yamamoto is not the problem. It's where he lives that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. True. But yeah. So anyway, Bleach is kind of boring, and every single time someone tries to cross anything into Bleach, it's either vastly overpowered or vastly underpowered.
Yep.
Also, for some fucking reason, Enables has actually messaged me for the first time in actual decades. Oh, it's about the Shipbreaker game I bought. So, that's cool, I guess. But anyway, yeah, so I think we're just going to cut it here because I don't really want to talk too much more about Bleach, and pretty much everyone else is left. So I can't even, like, torture them with, like, you know, stupid shit.
Well, I'm sure that just hurts you something fierce, don't it?
It actually does. It really strikes me inside, Max.
I'm sure.
But, yeah. So, there will always be more.